Hi, Ava. Oui, ça va bien. Toi? Yes, it's good you are here. It's good you are here. You are always on time, you see.
Who's on time?
You always having interventions for us. I needed a second opinion.
Okay.
Yes. Look at this scene. This one.
Where is it? Wait.
This is okay.
Okay.
Capturing this side and that side. We are live.
Wait. So where am I looking at? So this is what you want to show?
Yeah.
I think it's good. Then we get to see the people in front, and we see also the people at the back.
Yeah. So it's okay.
C'est bon, hein?
C'est bon.
C'est bon.
So, yes.
Saida just sent me a message. She said the guy is asking if we need his services today. We paid you for 3 days. You see, if I speak to guys will say, you know.
He's not, how do I put it? He's a calm person and not too down. For work is different.
You know, you can be shy, just calm, you
do your work.
If you are extroverted as well, you smile.
Yeah. You go. Oh no.
So, should we ask him, are we paying for 3 days or 2 days? Because
this one is like
I
culture.
signed contract with you, and then I ask you for
You don't do any work. No, this morning. Yeah, I said webinar. Yeah, yes, I have seen this one.
Okay.
Let me do it right away before I forget. Right. Yeah.
Yes, so I have two sessions here, and then I'll be moderating also for today's webinar.
How do we pause and go? Because it's
I don't know what to do.
I don't know, it's also calling me. Yeah. No, I'm thinking about how I'll do this. what I'll do, I won't talk because I can't talk from here, but I will type everything. It's fine. I've done it now. When I see pressure, I even smile. It's normal with me now. But the internet is not too good. It's not too good. How will you, unless maybe you go somewhere. I told them to bring TurboNet too, so.
Because I think for me, I have to go up and down.
Yes, to connect. See, this one is even the streaming, I'm not getting it nice. You see, the sharpness has reduced.
So I don't know what we are going to do with translation. Because if it shows up, you know, we have to get ready. Myself and
Olga is there. Olga should be able to pick up. Yeah. She should pick up. The guy, I don't know. I didn't want to support you, but for him to ask today, should I come? You have to come and redeem yourself.
You see, I don't want to add anymore. I'm just shocked.
No, why do you have to ask this question? That should I come?
Even as we run out of excuses for him.
Yes.
Because the first day he came in, he said his laptop is starting. It's not professional, but yet again it can happen. Like I don't like my laptop all the time, so I know it can happen. That's important.
And he told Saida that is the email. I said,
and I spoke to Isha yesterday. He told me that the guy basically came with, he put plastic bag. He put his laptop and all these things inside. I said, you can really do it.
wow.
But the important is like
Plastic bag.
at least a small bag. What if it falls? You know?
Oh, wow.
So he's not taking it seriously.
No.
It's okay. He's also learning.
Yeah. The whole thing is we should be able to have a way around of remunerating people, like additional or appreciating the internet. You are doing double. This is extra work.
I said, if you tell them they say it's your work.
It's not your work. This is extra work.
But I said that I'm doing this for
Yeah, you are, but it should come with something so that you feel good to
also
contribute. The stream is not nice at all. Okay, I can see Eva here.
Hello.
So are you having fun in Accra? Why?
I was waiting
You didn't even call me to tell me. I said,
Arisen, can I be honest?
yeah.
I forgot.
I know.
I was coming.
Yes.
Or else, wait, together on I wasn't on Friday.
Good. Where can we plug? One more. The GR 2SCALE radio. With a light one like that. Plug the one. And he had like reception.
The guy is saying that asking if you need him because he's not sure that he's going to be able to make it to the office.
So he's shooting himself. He's shooting himself.
I let you judge. This has gone. This is too much.
Oh dear. Which country is he that right now? Where is she? With Madi. In Mali. Why?
That's what we're telling you.
Wow. Everybody is doing something.
Yes.
Wow.
So even for the moderation, we spoke until 10 or 11.
So he will come for the moderation or not? Yes. So I'm removing him. I'm removing Sangari. Okay. Because sometimes they on their microphone and all that.
So that you have the possibility to also mute and unmute people.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Because I did mute one or two people.
Okay.
No, I muted them. Yes.
Okay. I have to stop the program. I paused.
I think I heard you.
Yeah, I paused it.
Connection.
So come.
In it's late.
Yeah, it will delay some.
No. It's delayed.
Yeah, it has to.
Oh, it's done on purpose.
Your voice is coming.
So is it normal that I can hear myself?
Join us. Hello. Let's occupy the front. whilst you are still moving. So this is just confirmation, taking beautiful photos of you so we can share with you, so that remembrance you know here. And so I'm sure you are giving us. You can take pictures already, right? Even when you are taking your okay. Thank you very much. So once again, welcome to today's program. Unfortunately, I would apologize. We were supposed to start exactly at 9 a.m. But as you are aware, we're waiting for the other invited. We have a cross section of different entities here from the private sector and government parties. And so, for the late start. So to move on, let's quickly get some to hand us over to the hands of us. It's supposed to be some move. So anybody who just to go. I am closer to God, but because I'm the MC, so I want anybody else who is closer to God to pray for us. The microphone is here for us. Anything you want to. The way I say I smiling, but I forgot to
Heavenly Father, give us such a wonderful morning. Thank you for the love you've given us to pray. That as we start this program, we come to our wisdom and meetings of everyone Father, so that we are able to glory and revelation. Thank you for who you are and what you are to us. In Jesus' name, we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, we are here today as part of the 2SCALE learning event. 2SCALE is a project that Hans will be telling you more about and why we are here today. And a project that has been implemented for a lot of years. I think over 15 or about 12 years in Ghana. And so today we are here to learn and to hear how far the project has gone and what are some of the things that we can out from the project. And so to give us an overview of why we are here today, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite my very good friend, his name is Hans, to give us the welcome address. So, but before Hans takes over, you know when I'm controlling the microphone, there's a different club. Who remember the club? No, you should remember the most popular club. Atama. Alright, so when I say Atama, you clap one. So Atama, one. And Atama. And when I say Abima, 4 times. Abima. No. You, the two of you, wait. I will show you how. Now you are going to do for Atama, Abima, Ramaku. You get him. You forget Tambo. Let's go. All together. Atama. Abema. Ramaku. Thank you very much. That's a clap. So remember when I say Atama, one clap. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big Atama. Another Atama for Hans to give us a welcome address. Thank you very much for having me here. Hans? Yes. Are we live? Yes. Some people are watching us from home.
Yes.
Oh, really? Hi. Yeah. Morning. Happy to see you all. I think you want to go to all the locations. My name is Erik. I represent the Holland management team. These days, the program today we are here learning Ghana. I think other people will tell about the program, the conference, so I don't know so I'm just just welcome you and see you all and I hope you have a very fruitful and inspiring meeting to learn more about lessons, skills and other lessons. Not only us,
They've taken it away too.
Atama, Abema. All right, so we'll be moving next. Like he said, the team will be briefing us on what the 2SCALE project is all about. Like he said, we are here to learn from how they implemented and what are some of the things that we take over from here, and what are some of the things that we share. But the most important thing is that everything we learning from the 2SCALE implementation is for us as ecosystem actors, government is to pick it up from how do we ensure that even when 2SCALE is no more, we still are able to sustain the technical output that 2SCALE was using over the years. The program that has been implemented for 2 years now is a very good program that we have to sure we continue. So on this note, once we get the media team to set up, my friend was said, join us. You just came, man. So now my hands welcome address is not captured. Anyway, so we will move to taking remarks from our government representative here with us. And we have no other person but one of the leaders of a very instrumental organization to development, especially youth. And one of the targets of 2SCALE was actually women. On that regard, we have a representative from the National Youth Authority that will be giving us a keynote address. And ladies and gentlemen, he is the deputy CEO of the National Youth Authority in charge of programs. He is still the dean of all youth organizers for the National Democratic Congress. And then also he wears a lot of hats. He also works at the Blaster House. Even though I'm trying to take one from him. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, please, with Atama, let's welcome. I like Atama, Abema. All right, thank you.
It should be okay.
Good morning.
I think I'm here to represent my CEO, who should have been here to give the welcome address. That's another program. So I have to be here. Our work at the National Youth Authority, it is of deep conviction that Ghana development lies in unleashing the potential of its youth, especially in the sector that are often overlooked but are rich with untapped opportunities. Agriculture and agribusiness, when done right, can be one of those transformational things that we should all be looking up to. But for that to happen, we must imagine how agriculture's economic works. Who it includes, who it excludes, and who is empowered. That's why that is so timely and strategic. The 2SCALE model offer not just a theory, but a test approach to creating shared values of embedded population of our youth, women, smallholders, farmers, and SME at the core of our agribusiness partnership. This is not just development talk. It is a potential that speaks directly to our national goal of job creation, economic evolution, and rural transformation. But let's make this more practical. From our position at the National Youth Authority, we see thousands of youth or young people across the country who are willing to enter the agribusiness space. But what they need is an enabling systems. One that links them to market, not just to do. One that offers real partnership not token support. One that ensure their innovation and energy are not exploited but empowered. The Inclusive Business Committee, co-chaired by the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs, has become an important force in conveying actors and pushing for their systemic shift. The NY is proud to be partners in this agenda, and I want to use this platform to call for deeper collaboration between the public sector, the private sector, and the development partners. Specifically, let us work together to scale up inclusive value chain that intentionally creates space for youth-owned business. Support business innovation and financing models that don't just assume youth are risky, but instead help the risk them through mentorship and blended finance. Align national programs like the Youth Agriculture and Jobs Initiative and improving inclusive business models like the 2SCALE. As we share inside today, I urge us not to stop at learning. Let us commit to translating this best practice into policy action, investing frameworks, and measurable results. In conclusion, let me commend the leadership of 2SCALE, GIZ, Ghana Chamber of Youth and Entrepreneur, and all convincing partnership for keeping inclusion at the center of agricultural transformation. The future of Ghana food system must not only be productive, it must be fair, youth-driven, and sustainably inclusive. I also want this opportunity to thank you so much for making sure that most of our youth and our women are kept in this, and then most of the agribusinesses that are happening now. People are in the next support. And I want to say that at the end of the day, this will go a long way to contribute to the development of our country. I also want to say thank you for the opportunity to speak today, and I look forward for engaging with you in many of you throughout the day. Together, let's create inclusive business for real impact. God bless you and God bless you.
You will be summoned before the chief. Let's give the Deputy CEO Abima. Abima is 4 class. Abima. Thank you very much, Deputy CEO. One thing that rings very well for me is the fact that we need to move away from tokenism. When we are supporting you, there's no more than giving them. Let's bring systems, let's bring infrastructure to support the young people to do business in this tribe. So thank you very much, CEO. Please is the wireless code. Those of you who want to connect to the public Wi-Fi. So just look at the wall. Today we're going to have quite a very long vacation and inspiring day. We will be taking a brief on the 2SCALE thematic areas. We will also be looking at panel discussions that will bring us to learn from each other. A few panel discussions will happen. And so panel discussion on green innovation and NBC. We'll be having another panel discussion on youth and inclusion. Another one on we'll be having case studies from grassroots mobilization. Rujo will do that for us, and 2 other discussions. So it's going to be we for ourselves, learning ourselves. So on this note, it's very important for me to pause, so you get to appreciate what the 2SCALE events were. And to do this for us, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite first person who will do the first presentation on the base of the pyramid, BOP, marketing. The BOP marketing will be done by Mr. George. Where is Mr. George? Yes. Mr. George. Please, ladies and gentlemen, Abima. No, I don't want to talk about it. I said Atama is one class. I interchange them. Atama, one class. Atama is one class. Abima is one. So Abima. Will you allow to Thank you very much. So you use this one. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning.
You have breakfast. Yeah, you sounded like you are weak. And I know you are strong people. Okay. So as my brother introduced me, my name is George Jeru. I'm from Kenya. I'm very happy to be in Ghana. I love your plantain, your jollof rice. Yeah, so we're going to discuss briefly about the pay marketing. Yeah, so as my colleague has introduced 2SCALE, we have 2SCALE has been running 2012, 2018 phase 1, 2019 2022, this year expansion so that we are able to close up the program style. And one of the things we are doing is ensuring that there is a lot of learning, exchanging what we have learned, challenges, what did you do so well, and passing on the 2SCALE approach, private sector mostly, and to other development organizations. So one of the thematic areas is the marketing, and BOP stands for base of pyramid. So if you draw a pyramid, you have most people at the base of the pyramid. Doesn't mean they are poor, but they are the majority. And then we also take care of the private sector development, that is growing private organizations to enable their partners to serve the market interested. So let's discuss a little bit about marketing. We can also, but I don't want you to be. It's just guiding discussion. I don't take 2 hours here. So 2SCALE is an inclusive program. You have the Deputy CEO talking about inclusivity, which means to include everyone, the youth, the women, the marginalized groups, the low-income consumers, the small farmers. So for BOP marketing, we ensure that we support 2SCALE supports the private sector. These are the businesses that are processing. And I think let me see you later. At the back there, we have real products that have been developed by organizations presented there. Some of them with the assistance of 2SCALE partnership. So we support these businesses to take relevant product services, the BOP. Low-income consumers, but we include these BOP consumers in the development of this product, because you do not develop a product that will be rejected by the market or is not relevant for the market. So we also look at the impact we are creating. For example, just phase 2 alone, 2SCALE Ghana was able to reach almost 100,000 consumers in phase 2. And in phase 2, all 9 countries that 2SCALE is present were able to reach over 1.5 million BOP consumers in 9 countries. So if you look at the diagram there, this is
YouTube no.
Okay. But if you look at this, Lord. So if you look at this, we have a business champion. The business keeps running. Quickly, because of time, talk about private sector development. So because we said that 2SCALE is a public-private partnership, which means 2SCALE is funded by the Dutch Foreign Ministry, so we are using public money, but to fund public-private businesses. So, as you can see here, this looks like a classroom. This is a training. So we support the businesses in building strategies. Those of you who are in marketing, for example, SOSTAC stands for situation, objective, strategy, tactics, action, control. Those are just some of the frameworks we employ in marketing. We also use things like business model canvas, which helps a business to put the whole strategy of the organization on one page. They can use this so that their strategy does not leak out to competitors, but they can also use it to look for funding or for partnership. Then lastly, we also support the businesses by training them on best distribution practices. Where should they take their products? Which distributors should they take their product directly to the customer, or should they use intermediaries like wholesalers and retailers? Yeah, so that's an example of what we do. And then lastly, just to show you some of the products, businesses in Ghana have, all the photos could not fit here. So for example, you have Akoko Tasty, you have Tom Vita, and you have Kidan. These are products that have been developed, and we also have some there, like Big Diet. Thank you very much. That's about 2SCALE POP marketing and private sector development. Thank you for your time.
Abema, thank you very much. So like you said, the products are there, nicely packaged. And I want that before you leave here, each and every one of you will buy something. The last time, CEO got a lot of things from my young entrepreneurs in Ghana. CEO, you see one more. How was the...
Oh, it was correct.
It was correct. You see, I sell correct things. Today I have correct granola for you. So you have to buy some of them. And also from Joy News, you'll be buying a lot of them today. So and then CEO will also be ordering a lot of them today. So I'll be doing marketing. Now let's move to the next person to talk about the green innovation.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maxwell Olisa. I'm the Green Innovations Thematic Lead for 2SCALE. Just like George, my colleague, did, I'm just going to give an overview about this thematic area. And the panelists we are going to have on stage later are going to give us real-life examples of some of the innovations that we have been able to introduce in the value chains we've been part of. So for green innovations, when we started this thematic area, the first thing we noticed was when we say innovations, first thing that comes to mind is mobile phones, digital innovation, hybrid cars, these big things that are driven by ICT. Most times we say innovations, that's what comes to mind first. But innovation can be as simple as a planter, can be as simple as a thresher. Innovation sometimes is not even mechanical, it's not digital. It could be a change of practice, how we do things. But essentially for innovation and for green innovation is actually what are the new ideas, practices, or products and services that we introduce in a system to make it better, to make it sustainable, to make it efficient, to reduce energy consumption, to reduce water consumption, to reduce carbon footprints. These are the basics for green innovations. Within the program, we've been able to identify identify about 140 plus innovations during the life of the 2SCALE program, especially in the second phase. We piloted them, and then about 100 plus remain sustainable till today in the different countries. There are three main types of innovation areas that we consider. One is the digital innovation. This is, like I said earlier, everything that has to do with ICT. When we talk about supply chain monitoring tools, where you manage outgrower scheme, and with the outgrower scheme, you are able to onboard farmers using that same tool to educate them to make the value chain more transparent. We have the technical or tangible innovation. This is where all the mechanical innovation play a role. For example, the drones that are being used nowadays to spray crops, reducing the level of pesticide we use on our field, and also increasing precision in terms of how these crops are sprayed. Like solar irrigation equipment, you reduce water use and also increase the efficiency. We also have other mechanical innovations, for example, like the refill solution that is used to dispense milk or oil to make it more efficient, to cut down the use of plastic waste. You can name them. Like for instance, in Ghana, when we talk about mechanical innovations, we've been able to introduce in locations where they didn't exist before. Innovations like the threshing services, like the planters at farm level. Last but not the least, the third area is good practices. Good practices involve so many things. It could be integrated soil fertility management, integrated pest management, where you use as simple as a change in the design of packaging materials like the Pix bag, where it hermetically seals the bag and prevents pests like insect pests from growing within the produce. That also ensures that you don't use pesticide. It could be also as simple as changing the seeds farmers are using. When you bring drought-tolerant seed, pest-resistant seed, disease-resistant seeds, and you introduce them into a new farming area, farmers use them, adopt them, and they scale in that particular farming area. So it could also be as simple as organizing women to save money for themselves. For instance, the ESL is an innovation, bringing women to save and use that money to reinvest among themselves is also an innovation for them. So when we think about innovation as a program, we look at the simple things that will make a difference and that will be sustainable. How do we get these innovations introduced into the value chains we facilitate? We look at finding innovations, we identify the demand, and then we merge them. So finding innovations within our network, within the owners or manufacturers of those innovations reach out to us, or we do challenges. Then we look at the value chain and we look at the need. We didn't really need this innovation. Because most times you find out that when you bring innovation and value chains, before you go as a program, that innovation is no longer useful. So we look at that needs-based approach and we use that. Finally, before we can even bring an innovation into the program, we screen them using the 6 criteria. Do they fit in that value chain? What are the impact potential of that innovation? Is the innovation desirable? What is the viability of that innovation in terms of business sense? Does it make business sense? Feasibility. How easy is it for us to introduce this innovation, and how easy will it be for those who want to use this innovation to assess the innovation? Then last but not the least, suitability. Is the innovation suitable to that context? These are the 6 criteria we use. I close this overview by stating innovations can be introduced in the value chain from the input level, production level, processing level, down to the marketing level. And all of them can still be grouped according to digital innovation, mechanical innovation, and good practices. So you can look at, for example, in the mechanical innovation side at the input level, look at solar powered irrigation, drone spraying services, greenhouses, and look at solar powered cooling system at the processing level. So it's all based on the demand, and it has to make business sense. Thank you very much.
Abeba. Aha, thank you. This group, I'll give them mentors. This one for you. So, Abeba. Correct. Which other group did well? One mentor. All right, so thank you very much. We'll move to the next presentation. Do you want to ask any question? Do you have any question to ask so far? Or you are good? Any of you have any questions to ask so far? No problem. If you have any questions, I'll answer them for you. So we are moving to the next person, and the person will be talking on youth inclusion. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Teofil. Where's Teofil? All right. Please, Abema. Abema. I wonder how unified the club is. Thank you very much. I'm collecting back the one I gave you. You have a microphone? All right. So while the setup is happening, there will be a change in the panel discussion of the program lineup. So right after this presentation, we'll have a panel discussion on the women in agri-base. So please get ready. And like we said, all of these learnings we are going to learn today, our hope is that we are able to carry this across. And as you are here, be ready to share and also try and buy from the product we have there. Can I get one of the granola? William, we want one of the granola pack, the one here. Okay, one is coming, don't worry. So this product, you marvel to know where it's coming from. Where is this product coming from? Apart from those who know, don't raise your hand. Where do you think this is a granola? Where is it coming from? It's not a Ghanaian made. Are you sure? No, you know. You know it's a Ghanaian made. So this is actually Ghanaian made. Not just Ghanaian made, Tamale made. Proudly from Tamale. And this packaging was actually done or was supported by the 2SCALE project. So you can imagine, this is best fit for international market. So we need to be proud of what the 2SCALE project did. And so CEO already want to have it. This is done from your home where you grew up from Tamale. You think it's from US, right? Yes. And this packaging was inspired by the 2SCALE team in partnership with the company. So this is the things we are doing in Ghana with such products. Are we ready, Teofil? Over to you. So that one is 506.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Teofil Udenge. I'm the Youth Inclusive Business Expert for 2SCALE. And today I'm just going to share with you a summary of the youth inclusion thematic area under 2SCALE. And as you know, 2SCALE is about creating an accelerated inclusive business in Africa, but you want that to translate into what this can generate and create for young people in terms of entrepreneurship or employment. So for 2SCALE, we are looking at these inclusive business ideas that can be able to generate employment or entrepreneurship by empowering and improving the productivity for the farmers. And with doing so, we hope that we can include young people. And here, for phase 2, we are targeting 40% of youth out of the 750,000 smallholder farmers. And then we wanted to make sure that with these business models, we can be able to strengthen the capacity of youth-led micro-enterprises, SMEs or MSMEs, that can be attached to different value chain where we are working. So then we wanted to create more additional employment opportunities for young people, especially for young male and female. Then if you look at the terms of inclusion, as I said, we wanted to include young people into the production systems, where we wanted young people to join the agriculture production systems by becoming members of the agribusiness clusters, members of the existing farm organizations and other existing structures. But also we wanted youth to come together as young people then to create their own structures. So then we are looking at how young people can move from production to create new enterprises or new ventures as part of the services, the technologies they can provide, the new ideas, and the new thinking that they can bring in the agribusiness systems. Then, as my colleague John said, we wanted youth also to participate in the distribution of these products by providing related services, but also supporting the organization of the marketing systems, distribution channels, and create consumer demand, but at the same time become the champions of the nutritious product to the base of the pyramid consumers. By doing that, we use the model, and this model is looking at youth employment and entrepreneurship, and this is the approach we used. It is looking at providing or planning or giving access to young people so that they can be able to enter markets, the agribusiness markets in this context. But also we want them to be connected to employment opportunities that can be able to give them chances to have an income, but also to have a skill that they can continue to use. Then moving forward, we looked at how they can grow their businesses by developing the skills, the new skills, and agency. By doing that, we are enabling the environment or the system, the agribusiness system, to be able to give them opportunities and address some of the barriers youth are facing in the market. And by doing that, we anticipated that we can generate or help young people to have employment or just generate their own enterprises. So moving forward, we were looking at the youth leadership and the skills development, where we are looking at how we strengthen the capacity of young leaders, especially in these systems, so that they can be able to inform and direct solutions that can help them to address the challenges they are facing as young people. So then we wanted them now to develop their personal skills, especially being self-aware, coming up with the leadership skills, and becoming more purpose-driven and having values. For instance, whenever they are engaging with the private sector, we wanted them really to be engaged and serious at what they do. With this leadership and the leadership and skills development, we also wanted to strengthen their professional skills, especially around innovation, around visioning, and result-based performance. We also wanted to look at how their action can be sustained, but also looking at the changes that can happen in their communities, how they can become more resilient and also engage their communities. With this model, we continue to support young people by doing the employment opportunities identification, especially around the different value chain. And with this, we had an activity on mapping different opportunities around different segments of the value chains where we worked. And this can generate more understanding and more commitment from the young people when they understand which one is the opportunity they can benefit from. So this is one of the model we are using. So for instance, around the animal products, the horticulture, the soy, and the oil seeds, so then in support across the different countries. So we were able, for instance, to position youth around the input supply and the production activities, where they can provide advisory and information at production level, as I said, post-harvest handling and transportation, trading and marketing, at the processing as employees. So then at retail and consumption, young people continue to play a significant role thanks to this program. So briefly, these are some of the pictures with some of the partners, and I think for those ones in Ghana, you can remember the Faranaya, the business, and the young people who are benefiting from those enterprises. This is a brief summary of what we've done for 2SCALE under the Youth Inclusion thematic area. Thanks very much.
Abema, thank you very much, Teofil. So let me get my product here. What something I'm selling.
Is getting commission.
So I introduced you to the first product. Now I'm introducing you to the sorghum porridge. This one is healthy for those who, even if you don't have high blood pressure and you fear to have it, you need to start taking this. You just need to put it in hot water and you are done. It will become red like this. So in some places call it red porridge. Yeah. It's one of the best healthy breakfast you can have. And I'm telling you, I have been taking it, not this brand, different brand. And you see how healthy I am. This is perfect. So please, make sure you get one. And this one is the Hausa cocoa. Everybody knows Hausa. I like that you take cocoa. So this one, Hausa cocoa, you make it yourself. Made in Ghana, you see the branded alone. And it's so healthy. So please, this product are so the CEO. You know, these are the time we inspire the young people in Ghana. As the CEO of the National Youth Authority, we'll be ordering a lot more today. So I'm so sad. I'll be bringing in more. There's a lot over there. And today is order and order. So we'll move to the next person. That will talk about women empowerment. Pick one. All right. So we will be taking women economic empowerment, and to do us that favor, ladies and gentlemen, is Eva. Atama. See our confusion. Atama is one clap. Atama. Abema. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you. Akwaba.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Alright.
What do you say?
So my name is Eva Salo, also the Gender Coordinator for the 2SCALE program. So I'm quite happy to be here with you all today, as there is going to be a lot of experience sharing. But just to introduce you quickly to the thematic of gender inclusion and women economic empowerment. So when we started the program, we wanted everybody to have equal access to opportunities and to make business. But then when we looked at the numbers, we saw that 43% and even way more in African countries of women were actually the labor force in agriculture. But when we looked at it again, they had no access to land, no access to information, finances, technology, and time also to do their own business. So that's where we looked at it and we say, okay, maybe we need a strategy for women economic empowerment. And I always say this, gender is not just about women, it's men and women. But then again, because the numbers were showing that we needed to focus more on women so that everybody had the equal opportunity to do business, we had to have a strategy. Otherwise, it would have been men economic empowerment. So how did we get there? We focused on four main things, four main pillars. The first one was capacity building. The second one was collective action, because as we know, the more people are together towards and working towards a specific goal, the more they will reach it and do it better together. Then we had to make sure that they also had what we call negotiated benefits. And after that, were we actually changing the systems, were we changing the mindset so that any action we would do will actually be more sustainable. The tools that we used, we first of all did what we call gender mapping. We wanted to know what men were doing, what women were doing and what type exactly of jobs or enterprises they were launching. And then we did what we call opportunity maps. So we needed to know what type of opportunity were also either available or that we could develop for them. We did provided trainings, we did advocacy, we also had some entrepreneurship trajectories for women. We worked on the digital literacy, access to finance, especially through the SLAs, and also we formed local women coaches so that we made sure that women were not alone. They were actually working on their businesses with the help of their husbands, within their communities, and also they had coaches that would work with them and help them throughout. The two principles that we mainly observed. The first one, leave no one behind. But then again, when you don't want to leave anybody behind, you try to work with everyone, but you don't want your impact to actually harm the community or harm what the woman has going on. So we really worked on these two. In terms of results that we had in Ghana, since 2019, we were able to include 53,913 women at production level. We were also able to create 1,198 jobs for women. For small businesses, we were able to include 1,767 women-led small businesses, and for small and medium businesses, we had 16. And also about, so it's 10,000 here, but I checked again, it's 12,000, about 12,000 women that had access to finance. So these were the results that we had in Ghana. Can you clap for ourselves, please? MC, it's not the right clapper.
Are you okay?
I want this.
Khalid, you need a projector. It will worry their eyes. So we can push the 2SCALE, the backdrop rather closer.
Angela, Sana, how are you doing this morning? You doing good? Okay. So, can you kindly introduce yourself quickly to let everybody know who you are before we get into the discussions?
Good morning to everyone. My name is Angela Yeboabrefu, a 20-year-old poultry farmer, community coach and agricultural student, having a strong passion for agriculture, food processing and food security in Ghana and across Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Asime Dulu, regional agri-trade and a community coach. My name is Nala Ebusa. Oba, Eduma,
This is another photo from Radio Agri, community coach.
Thank you. Welcome all ladies. So, a question I have for you all today. What was the key support or maybe the key resources?
Do you think when you put the third backdrop like at the back, is it okay? Or we should leave it like that? More visibility. Oh, it's okay.
I mean, if it will be distracting.
Then yeah, then it's okay. But the light, they can.
I think that's just a light.
But there is no way they can even tilt this to face. Yeah, to direct.
Key support that you had, and that actually motivated you when you started working.
My pictures are not.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
So you.
No, I think the ones I just started.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. As a young poultry farmer, several supports have made a huge impact on my business.
Yeah, no, but I
start with the
tilted
key
a bit
ones.
and I'll just have to
Access
edit.
to technology.
Do some edits. So I think I took.
During access to
ones are today,
technology
right?
Yeah.
and the improvements in access to technology like automatic drinkers. At the olden days, we used the normal drinker, I mean the poultry farm. But through the drip system, the automatic drinkers help us to provide the poultry beds with fresh water and and also access to like developmental programs. We often go to programs, workshops, so it helps us to build knowledge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. And I also know that you've also received some coaching and mentoring from the CEO of Rodland. So Rodland is our business champion in the poultry value chain. So would you like to elaborate on that as well?
Oh, okay. Thank you once again. I received a lot of coaching and mentorship from Rodland Farms, as you just said earlier. My boss is here with me.
I should copy your.
Mr.
Today's pictures.
I'm not saying.
I don't know if. So can you do like?
I'll be able
So
to
I think
keep
when
it
you.
right. Yeah, that was my first time, but through Rockland Farms, a whole lot in my
I
life
think when you
today.
do like the big screen.
And through my
see.
education,
I
also,
can see
I have
where.
gained knowledge. I don't know even how to say it, like in
So
disease
this from here.
control and how to manage pests.
No.
And
Today's
food
date.
security also, and animal
Today's,
nutrition. I'm
I
able
think
to
just
formulate my own feed
Yeah.
without going to buy any feed from anywhere to reduce their cost. So it's a whole lot in my life.
Thank you so much, Angela. So, Ruth, same question.
So maybe a folder.
What were the key
Will I be able to? Okay, then just paste.
I'm even trying to. Mark is different.
It's crazy.
I think what motivated me into going into this academic and this coaching
It's
thing
not allowing.
was
So just
This
paste.
folder,
a lot of
can I open?
Okay.
particularly in the modern sector.
Just paste
I
it there.
really doing nothing. And since some of us are also, we've gone to school a little, and we know the problem we are facing in the north. We think going into agric and doing so well with this kind of help we get can also get to them at their level and help bring them out of their shells. I think so that's what motivated me. Women who are really not into anything. When you know very well they can really be of use to us, and they just need the help.
You see the space, the top there is for light.
So we move
The glass.
to
So,
Madam Sada.
It's for life.
well, they didn't plan, so we will leave it.
Yes, so it's also the same question. We really want to know what motivated her or what key resources also helped contribute to her doing the job that she's doing today in the value chain.
a me ma me ye de ni nyina ne se na me piani me do ebru ti ebru na ye don ye do ebru na wo di ko dwom na ya sam de na ye bobo wo di ko dwom na ya anto na wa ye bobo chese di wo di beto eduano kra wo di beto nkwan ya ko ye fi na ya asem. Ana 2SCALE Workland omu bẹẹmu ana omu kyerɛ yɛ sɛ sese yɛdɔ a yɛbɛnya tɔfoɔ ampa yɛkɔdɔ aburo yɛdɔ aburo metwa wie a na ɛkɔ Workland ɛkɔfi yɛkɔ wie a ɔmo keli wie a na ɔmo de sika yɛ dɛ ɔmo ama na first time a me ma check ɛyɛ Workland. Nti de Workland na 2SCALE enoma o ma ye na ye mba 32 na ya hyɛ ye edwuma 2019 ɛna eti ko nti o mu bɛm na ye 32 na se ye kɔ 200 ye kɔ 200 they say wo hunu mba na ho keka o mu ye edwuma etu susu enkaka susu ni bɛm mo ne de oh Misamati ukra unim ya asam kakranti mintimi ka ne nyina ho nti jana mi de America no ese mi obi angobi ebi kura person sa be no ti ye ko ye we ya we December nti yesasa asia say kura de ekunu ya chichema go do group 5 say ye call group 6 and 7
So that's very interesting, Madam Salah. So we move to Wakatu, but then we come back to weekend to understand how to be a 7.12. No, we'll have the whole day, it's okay. Please tell us.
Okay. So as a warehouse manager and then at the same time a community coach, I used to bring some ladies to the warehouse to work as laborers. But whilst my boss introduced 2SCALE to me, I was able to organize them to also join me to achieve something in the 2SCALE, and now it is benefiting. We are all benefiting from the 2SCALE as we speak.
Sounds really good. So, I think we'll ask Angela. We'll ask Angela. We're coming back, Miss Salah, don't worry. So, Angela, I also saw that you currently studying. You have your own business, you have your social life also to balance. So tell us, how are you able to find the right balance between doing business, going to school, and also the social life?
Okay. It's not easy, but it's still possible. So I first do discipline. I discipline myself. I do my daily routines whenever I am in the house. I don't do procrastination. And secondly, I do dedication. I sometimes dedicate my hour to my mother or trusted family members, either one or two, to continue the job whenever I am in school. And also I use WhatsApp business. to communicate to my customers. You can chat me, and whenever I am in class, it will not disturb me. I can talk to a customer anytime I want. And I also use M-Notify to send bulky messages to the customers. Every morning, I ask them how they are doing and the whole lot. I also use Canva in designing my flyers so that I can post on my status and do a whole lot.
Thank you so much. So I see that you are very well organized. I would like to ask you, as a community coach, what do you think companies can do to encourage more women to get into agribusiness and also the soybean business? Catch the direction we want to get
Yeah.
Thank you. As I said, I'm from the northern sector where to be able to help women, to be able to encourage women to come into agribusiness is for them to be able to have access to land and resources, which is mostly the difficult part for women. Men are known to be those who have the land to do all this, and women cannot. So this can be done by giving the women a chance to also have the lands to farm on, and not just the land, to be able to support them with the resources as well, the subsidy inputs such as the fertilizer, the seedling, and maybe tools at even a low cost for them to be able to. And also access to finance. Those who want to go into agribusiness, not necessarily farming, but want to do other things like the processing and others, can also be helped with some loans with low interest. I think with this BSA, that is also helping so much women out there. Be able to go into such, be able to help themselves, be able to fuel their expenses by themselves with that. I think with the capacity building and training as well, it also goes a long way to help women are involved with that. We take women through the training and education, they really love to do it.
So, Madam Sarah, we need to understand. So, how did the VSNA process come about? And also, what recommendations would you give to anyone that wants to start the VSNA process as a way to finance their agricultural activities?
Mpata mu ano redie we a yesi ya sase no yesase ye nyinaa ya adwene ba wo mi se nkwada wo mpemfo soso ewo kunu se ye ya ade na ye gi mpemfo na adwenkyere ye wo mpemfo o mota ye chi o mo hwe ya ade ni ya ma chese ye nyinaa ya ade no pepe lona ye mo lo eduru tama ye beji ani aji ye nye bunu atanchia ni ye we ya mi sibeji mo ko no saa na me nua soso ebe ye pepe
I tailored my work to boost young women confidence in the soya sector by serving as a coach and guiding young women to identify the specific challenges women face in the soya sector and I've advocated for women participating in empowerment. I offered leadership training and role model. And at the same time, I appeal to the NGOs for provision of modern equipment, laws, and all grants.
So you actually do it all, huh? You go and look for people to come and help, it will also boost their confidence.
Yeah, and sometimes too, I encourage them because sometimes I'm from Northeast and we, the ladies, the normal thing, if we are in the farm alone, the man will say it's for her. But when it is ready for consumption, the man is also part to take the things. So I encourage them that I have story for them whenever they are about to harvest. They shouldn't bother concerning the man that will take everything from them. So after harvesting, they have to bring it for sale.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. So Angela, Ruth, Sana, Patrick, thank you so much. I don't know if you have a last word to really encourage women and also young women to the way that you can do. Do you have one last word?
Okay, what I will say to every young person is you should not depend on men solely. Nowadays, we the ladies, we depend on the men for money. We don't like working at all. If you have the work for us, gradually, we will do. So I'm pleading to them. They should encourage themselves. They should discipline themselves. They should even come to like poultry farm. It's not bad. Somebody will say, hey, Obana Oya farm. Like a lady and you are involving yourself in those farms. But it's not a bad job. So I will encourage any lady or every young person not to stay idle and depend on the guys for iPhone and Jollof. They should come and work. You can come to me, Angela France. I'm located at in Suta District, Central Central. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angela. Ruth, any words of encouragement?
What I also have for women is gone are the days when we used to know farming as just for men. But now women are into farming, they are doing so well. And not just farming, but farming and even adding the value addition to it. Women are doing so well, so they should come out and put in their best in the farming because it's money.
There's money in the crowd. Thank you.
We are demanding the now and say, oh, yeah, the better do obey it. But I saw about for a burn. So about for a burn, and who say, we are for a great Juma, a Juma was it, we had already a doom. I mean, they say, dear, if we are Juma, dear, Jaja. Some profile. Now, every time I went to want to meet Baba show up from, I want to meet two or more car, no more Baba show up from, and I don't know who yet, or one can bear
the interpreter picked the mic and talking to
What motivated her the most? The fact that 2SCALE team will come all the way to their farms to see exactly what they are doing and assist them when they need and assist in terms of direction they can turn to the implementation. And now she can boldly confirm that farming, she has taken it as a business, not her alone, but all the people in her area. So she's going to be good to. She will call them angels.
That's what he last words for us.
Okay, as they say, what a man can do, a woman can do better. As we sit there, I think I don't think it will be up to 50% of men here that can do the farming better than I do. Because anytime the operator is in the farm, I have to follow the operator. When it's time for fertilizer, I'll be there myself. Some of the men, you are here, but sometimes you normally ask those in the farm to do in the work. But me as a lady, I normally follow them to see what is happening in the farm.
This really sums up this panel. Thank you so much, Angela, Ruth, Sandra, and Akoto, for sharing your experiences with us. And thank you, MC.
Atama, Abema, Ramako. So it's true that the ladies can farm more than we do. And I think that it's not even a contention issue. It's true. Because ladies farm more than we do. They take care of everything more than we do. So that one there, it's just that we have the strength. And those days, we used to hold the hoe, but they are the ones who manage the farm. And so please give me one Abema for them. Abema is for Abema. So thank you very much, ladies. You can now take your seat. At this moment, I will give each and every one of us. Do you want to eat something? Or we should continue? How many of us want to eat something? Before we do that, let me introduce some people here. We have a team from Ghana Investment Promotion. Deepa, please. Yes. Ghana Export, sorry. Ghana Export here with us. We also have the chairperson for the Ghana Hub Network, Yao Edujanvi. Please wave. That's Mr. Yao Edujanvi. So as we get along, I'll be telling you who and who is here. So I'm going to give you. Let's just do 10 minutes break. So you grab something. The whole setup is outside there when you go out. I will be happy if you can just grab it and come back so we can continue. But well, if you still want to stretch for just 10 minutes, please do that. The time now is 11:28. So let's say by 11:40 we are back. So please go out, grab some snack and come back. Let's continue. Thank you very much. Thank you for what you do. They are ready, they are going, they are networking. They have 10 minutes, so 11:40 they are starting.
What's the name?
It's okay. Can I put this on for you?
On it, I'm not sure. I think this is. It's not this. It would have.
We can take.
Hey, this one. This one there is someone's there.
No, what of them comes? Faiza,
Yes.
you decide the hashtags?
Yes.
Which ones?
So hashtag.
I know you're taking a photograph, so that's I'm not.
No, that's fine. I think I said hashtag 2SCALE, hashtag learning events, hashtag yeah.
So,
I'm thinking inclusive agribusiness. That was also the
inclusive agribusiness, the 2SCALE approach.
The 2SCALE approach. Hashtag learning event. Learning event won't give us views.
Learning event is not good.
It's not good.
Knowledge exchange is not
Do not give you views.
No.
Okay.
Inclusive agribusiness.
Inclusive agribusiness, the 2SCALE approach. Women in
Sustainable, I don't know. Sustainable what?
Sustainable agribusiness, maybe. I think youth employment too would probably do. Employment. Yeah, in agriculture. So you can share that with me, maybe as well. And I'm going to share the pictures, I think, with Esther. I just want to edit them a bit.
Usually you have to start become zero to start posting.
Yes. Way before.
Yeah.
I think it's
way before, and then on the event immediately starts, because there are people who might come to the event after seeing the poster. It's not easy.
I think we just get like we are everywhere. I remember when we were doing the champions, this video.
Lusa Thompson Mesa from Third World. I lead a team at Third World, and I'm also an IB consultant, and I'm leading the accreditation for this year.
Awesome.
Teofil Budenge, the youth inclusion specialist for 2SCALE.
Afternoon, my name is Joshua Fatoba. I'm the managing director of Rujo Agri-Trade Company Limited.
Rujo, yes. Where's the rice? Yeah. Can I get the rice? The rice here for Rujo. Yes.
My name is Adam Tabagodoris. I work with Rujo as community coach. Asimeli Roof, Rujo Agri-Trade community coach.
Rujo Agri-Trade community coach.
Ali Dutia, Tamana Company Limited, last year. All right, so before Tamana passes the microphone, today I'm doing a lot of sales. One of the key reasons why we battle is that a lot of Ghanaians, according to research, 80% of us eat rice. Is that not it? And we eat the white rice that is mostly so starchy. This is original local rice made from the northern part of Ghana, packaged for international market. And so all you need to grab yourself this 5G and you come and thank me. You have to live healthy. So I'll start my sales very soon. We'll do auction sales.
This one is 68 Ghana cedis.
68 Ghana cedis. Have you seen brown rice so cheap like that?
It's fiber.
And it's high in fiber, you know? I'll be doing auction from 200 cedis. So I'll come back. Yes.
My name is Francis Tete. I work with Rockland Farms as community coach.
All right.
My name is Inusa, Salah Inusa. Salah Inusa.
Yes.
I am a VSLA leader, maize farmer, and a Rockland aggregator.
Wow, congrats. Yeah. Yes.
Emmanuel J. Wache. I'm the finance and operations manager for Rockland.
name is Angela Yeboabrefo. I work with Rocklands Farms. I am a community coach, poultry farmer, and lastly, tractor operator.
I am Michael Godson, BSF, Rockland Farms.
Rockland Farms. The big man himself.
As I'm here, you are the bigger man. My name is Yao Edujemfi. I know a couple of you. I've also visited a couple of your businesses, Rockland, for instance. But I'm the chairperson for the Ghana Hubs Network. So Hubs in Ghana provide co-working spaces, we provide maker spaces for prototyping, we provide acceleration and incubation programs for startups. The Hubs in Ghana actually nurture the startups, helping them from ideation to when they are ready to scale. It's good to be here. I also wear the other hats when it comes to inclusive business. I am the chairperson or the chairman for the inclusive business returns or inclusive drive returns, which is a committee that is supporting inclusive consultants, inclusive business consultants. And I think at the panel we will have the opportunity to be able to talk about what inclusive business, how is it different from other businesses. So it's good to be here and to be engaging with you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. My name is Khalid Idrisu. Okay, my name is Khalid Idrisu. I'm the country team leader for 2SCALE in Ghana. Thank you.
So you know what I say, you should stand and you see. Because me, if I stand, you see me. If I sit, you see me. Yes.
Yeah, my name is Wache Ajman Godfrey. I work with Ghana Enterprise Agency.
Ghana Enterprise Agency. Very for left. Quick one, so we move faster.
I'm Sarah Budalaji, young farmer and aggregator.
All right.
I'm Fathia Mohammed. I work with Social Enterprise.
Social Enterprise. No.
I'm Ali Ibrahim. I'm also a farmer.
Where do you farm?
I'm a cattle farmer. So if you come to Bubi, you see plenty cows over there. Some of them are mine. Okay, so I'm here representing the Youth Dashboard. At Youth Dashboard, we do a lot of policy tracking and also advocacy for inclusive youth engagement and other stuff that concerns youth. So we are happy to be here to learn and also to carry the message across.
All right. So, should I skip you? Okay, you introduce yourself.
My name is Jerry Zakaria. I also work for the 2SCALE program. I'm based in the Tamale office of 2SCALE.
Yeah. He's recently been promoted. But the promotion, we'll talk about it later. Yes.
Okay. My name is Edu Jofi. I work with a group of companies. I lead the sales and marketing team.
And as you can see, we are wearing a shirt, branded shirt. This one is is it the
Yes, that's the Tom Brown.
This is a Tom Brown. So when you buy the Tom Brown, we'll bring the shirt later to you. Yes. So you buy. Today you have to buy all. Eva, still introduce yourself. Okay. For my sake. Yes.
Okay. So my name is Eva Sanu. Yeah. 2SCALE.
Yes.
Based in Burkina Faso.
All right. She'll be coming to Ghana very soon. How many of you support that she come to Ghana? Okay. You know that. You guys are correct guys. They say we should bring it to Ghana. Yes.
Hello, my name is Jero George 2SCALE from Kenya.
Nice one.
Hello, my name is Harrison Abubonsram for 2SCALE in Ghana.
Also.
I'm Hamid Ibrahim from Midais, Amani. James Amokranche from GIZ.
Sharif Rashida from Tamina Photos.
Yeah, they need to know you
Good
more.
morning, my name is Hans Menik, 2SCALE.
All right.
Okay, Jennifer Boating. I work with Ghana Export Promotion Authority and I'm with the project department.
Ghana Export
Promotion Authority.
Hello, my name is Martin Afavi. I'm with WUSC on the Activate project as a zonal coordinator.
So,
Papa Albini, Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
I'm Wilhelmina Afavi, Ghana Export Promotion
okay.
Alexander Kotoka, Promotion Authority.
Alex, I think we know ourselves. But yeah.
My name is Tarek, owner of Kuba Farms.
Kuba Farms, okay. Kuba Farms. Yes, I'll come to you first.
I'm Severina Tonamahiavi and I'm with the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs.
So we didn't hear anything, but it's okay. Give us our microphone.
I am Napo Adi. I work with SNB.
Napo Adi, I work with SNB.
And then Kwezi, I work with the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs.
Look at their faces.
William Mesuma, Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs.
I am Eunice Abedi, Social Enterprise Ghana, Charge of Communications.
Hello, Hajia, introduce yourself. Stand here so they'll see you, or you can climb the table.
Please, my name is Faiza.
Can you see her? Okay. Your name is?
Faiza Dudes Magic. Thanks.
All right. Madam, we want to know you.
Please, my name is Agnes with the 2SCALE.
Okay. Who is that person?
I'm Ankuna Maiko. I work with GCYA.
We miss you too. You didn't introduce yourself. You did? Okay. All right, so Atama, Abema, thank you very much. Actually, now is it 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock? 1 or 2? No, I know the time. She knows why I'm asking her. Is it 1 or 2? 2 o'clock. The hotel is saying that your lunch is exactly 2 o'clock. I have to bring you to eat. If not, they will take the food away. And I said they should take. Or you eat. Don't worry, we will have to go. So our next panel discussion, ladies and gentlemen, is on. We'll be discussing BOP marketing, and to moderate for us, let's give a big atama to Mr. George. Atama, Abema. So Mr. George, you have 30 minutes to do this. By 12:30, you should be close. But if you can close earlier, I will be happy.
Thank you again. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, have your attention. So we're going to discuss a piece of pyramid marketing, and our panel is Mr. Eugene. Where is Mr. Eugene?
Mr. Eugene. Atama.
Mr. This one is difficult, so if I don't pronounce it, please forgive me. Mr. Asiwomi. Or is it Asiwomi? He went out. When he comes in, please, I'm expecting him. Mr. Tia from Tamana.
Mr. Tia. Atama.
And Mr. Vincent from Yemen.
Vincent. Atama. Thank you.
Okay. Ima, please. Yes, can represent. Atama. First of all, please forgive us that our panel is only men. But the other one was women only, so balance, isn't it? Not enough. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming over. Yeah. So Eugene has the mic. So we want these gentlemen to give you their experiences or how they worked with 2SCALE or with other partners. Remember, as I told you, is that 2SCALE, we do not take this front seat. We let the private sector take the lead. We call the business champions. So first, Mr. Eugene, in Kidan, how did Kidan overcome the challenges of reaching the BOP consumers with your products?
Good afternoon to everyone here. I think starting at first, it wasn't so easy. It was a bigger hurdle for us to cross. I think most of our packages, our call center was just based on the industrial use of our products. That's to the brewery. So the malt, Guinness, and Star beer we take, actually the grades are from Kenya. So we had a collaboration with 2SCALE SMP on this BOP market that we needed to create our products. Little did we know that our products could have been used for beverages like the early morning porridge and stuff. So we realized that people were trooping into our factory buying, but they couldn't buy more because it was in bigger sizes. So SMV engaged us and we came out with a finding that it's like people are embracing the product, but they really don't have the muscle to buy it. So we decided to come in collaboration with them to break the product into small SKUs, that's smaller sizes for the BOP consumers. That's the base of pyramid for other consumers across the country to have a feel and have a taste of our product. So starting it actually, it wasn't easy, but with 2SCALE coming on board to partner with us, it made the product fly higher, and then it was so easy for us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eugene. And now to Mr. Vincent of Yedent. You are there in 2SCALE 1.
Sure.
How did you ensure, or what did you do to ensure that the community was embracing the brand of Tom Brown?
Okay, yes. Yeah, that we are also producing. So 2016, we came in contact with 2SCALE during the first phase of the project. And so a workshop was organized, and then we looked at the products, how we can break into the market. And so at the end of the workshop, we realized that we needed to do some such work on our brand, and also look at how we can gain attraction in the various communities. And so during the first phase, after the training, we organized all our partners. When I talk about our partners, I'm talking about our distributors, agents, and then the people that work with us. The training was, a week training, 2SCALE organized a week training for all our trade partners. And so at the end of the training, we decided that, okay, we're going to use radio adverts and then using of information centers as well to talk about our product. We didn't end it there. The project also supported us to provide various marketing paraphernalias, t-shirt, apron, that will enhance people selling our product. During the project, we also train young ladies to sell the product for us. We train them the basic selling skills. And so they come, we give them the products, they go to the various communities to sell. And so at the end of the day, they realize that for the first time, who were in a year were selling 4 metric tons, 5 metric tons, but within the first phase of the project, our tonnage moved from 4 to 40 metric tons, which was, massive. So basically, that was what we used. We go to the community to embrace our products during the first phase of the project.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vincent. And over to Mr. Tia of Tamana Rice. Now, we know that when you develop a product, it has to be fit for the customers or for the people you are targeting. How did Tamana go about this?
Thank you, George. As you mentioned, getting your product fit for the base of the pyramid consumers is not an easy task because there's variation in expectations. So right from day one for Tamana, we knew that to reach the base of the pyramid consumers, effectively, the product itself had to be fit, and we had to meet the expectations, not just for price, but also for quality and accessibility. So we took different steps, one of them being improvement in quality. We looked at the packaging also, and then we looked at the certification. We also looked at what else the base of the pyramid consumers will need to satisfy them. So we also looked at variety. So as I mentioned in quality, with the intervention of 2SCALE, we're able to establish community-based parboiling centers where women were parboiling and then had training on efficient parboiling processes. We also invested in the state-of-the-art milling technology to produce rice that is clean and stone-free. We did this to ensure that the base of the pyramid consumers have healthy products. We also looked at the packaging, as I mentioned, recognizing that presentation matters, even for low-income consumers. We decided that we need to upgrade our packaging to make it more appealing to the consumers. So we introduced branded packs in smaller, like 5 kilogram packages that they just displayed here. That comes in handy and then easily accessible to every consumer at every point in time. We also looked at certification. I mentioned we had to link with the FDA and other certification bodies to ensure that we give our consumers the peace of mind when they are buying our product. These are some of the things we did that won the trust of the base of the pyramid consumers.
Thank you very much for detailed explanation. And now, Mr. Manuel, in Ghana they call him Ima, of Rockland. I don't know if he brought chicken for us to test. He will tell us. But in most cultures, a chicken is preserved for an occasion, isn't it? You slaughter a chicken maybe when you have an honorable visitor. But these guys managed to break the bulk of the chicken to take to the base of pyramid consumers. Maybe you can tell us a little bit on how you manage that.
Okay, thank you, George. I'll continue from where you just ended. You know, it has been the tradition amongst, let's say, we Ghanaians, when we were young, we only eat chicken during Christmas. That is, even if you are lucky. Akoko Tasty, we were very fortunate, I would say, to partner with 2SCALE just when the brand had emerged. So when we entered the market, what we were doing initially was, okay, the focus was on imitating the imported chicken, you know, the packaging that they bring in, large packs. So we were doing the 10 kg packaging. And then we brought them onto the market, we started market activations and that. When consumers approached our products, and you know, a 10 kg box of frozen chicken, locally raised and processed, the cost was a bit higher about their wallets, considering the BOP consumers. So, with the intervention of 2SCALE, what our BSS team did was, okay, so the BOP consumers aren't able to afford the 10 kg Akoko Tasty frozen chicken pack. So what can we do to reach their consumption? So we brought up the idea of introducing the Akoko Tasty 1 kg pack, because we realized that if the common thing in our society is if we go to the cold stores, when we were young, our parents would send us to the cold stores. They tell you, oh, go to Akoko 1 pound, right? You know, they will tell you, oh, just buy maybe 1 kg or 1 pound of chicken. So that is the idea that, okay, the base of pyramid consumers are able to afford the low quantity ones. You can't buy the 10 kg. It is only maybe in the rich homes or the well-to-do homes where they can afford the 10 kg pack of chicken. So you brought up the idea of the 1 kg pack, the Akoko Tasty. And the funny thing is, the brand wasn't Akoko Tasty initially. There is a story behind that. Initially, it was Akoko Fresh. So that is what we emerged into the market with. And then for certification and licensing purposes, FDA said, oh, you can't use the name Fresh. Why? Because it is frozen now, so you can't say it is Akoko Fresh. So we came back to our BSS, which is, 2SCALE, the BSS that is working with 2SCALE and the business champion. Complain to them that, okay, this is what FDA is saying for certification purposes. So the BSS sat down and then we had to conjure and, then why don't we use the name Tasty? And we all agreed, okay, Akoko Tasty, that's nice. So we submitted to FDA and they said, that's good, so we can continue with Akoko Tasty. So the name initially was Akoko Fresh and then we had to migrate to Akoko Tasty. So what I would say about how we rate the BOP consumers. So the introduction of the 1 kg pack, which was aided by 2SCALE, the BSS team. That is how Akoko Tasty was able to reach the pockets of its BOP consumers. And also the establishment of micro vendors and retail shops. You can't establish retail shops all around the country. We are a new brand in the market. So what we did with the aid of 2SCALE was that, okay, we can approach the shops, the shopping marts, the malls, the other frozen chicken joints and that. So we approached them and by God's grace, they accepted us. So right now, in most of the shopping malls and marts, you can have Akoko Tasty, which is affordable for everybody. You can have quality protein meat in your homes.
Thank you very much. Don't you like the discussion? Should we continue or stop? Continue. Okay. Now, I'll go back to my good friend Eugene, so you can pass the mic. Please tell us more about your distribution model.
Okay. At first, when we started, we had an in-house warehouse that actually we weren't so open to the outside market per se. We realized that there were people who were rather trooping in, riding on our backs. They pick the product and they also go to repackage it and sell. But with 2SCALE coming on board, we had to redevelop different products with the same rate. Where we had the great coconut flavor, the great chocolate flavor, and the great coconut chocolate flavor. So we had 3 other products that we developed from the 2SCALE partnership onto our partnership. So we had to set up distribution outlets throughout the country and even to our neighboring countries like Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire, where we developed a market in Koudougou, Bobo Dioulasso, and Liu, one of their provinces. Then I think we had a market activation in Medina here, then 2, and I think we did one in Ouagadougou as well, where we were able to get people to take our products, but then we were giving them on a discounted price, whereby it would be like Kedan owns those particular shops. Then if you want to pick the product to sell, then you buy it as if you are buying it from the factory. You give it to you at the factory price, then you can forward integrate, then sell. So with time, we started getting the products onto the shelves. We realized that the shelf life of the product was so short. So we encourage that once you have an order, you place it, we just supply it to you so that you could use the product as soon as possible. Once it keeps long on your shelves, it starts getting infested with weevils. for it, and it's something we can't do away with. We've tried several methods. When we try to inculcate other special methods to change the taste, we were much concerned with the taste of the product. So everybody eat porridge in the morning as breakfast. And so we realized that for us to get to the people, our target market, that's the base of the product. For us to get to the people, our target market, that's the base of the product people, we need to partner the cocoa and 19 sellers. Because we realized that early in the morning, you see people queue to buy the cocoa. And so the thinking was, okay, let's partner these people. We are not coming to compete with them, but we are going to partner them to also get our products to the people. And so a training was organized, and then we decided that, okay, we're going to partner them. But when we approached them, they said no, they were not willing to take our product because they thought that our product would be coming to compete with what they are doing. But we told them that no, we are rather coming to enhance their livelihood and also improve their income. And so we selected some few cocoa sellers. I mean, there was a requirement that we used. We look at the environment where the person is selling, the appearance of the seller, and a lot to make our selections. And so we organized training for them. And then through the project purchased a sample of a carton of our products at Tom Brown. We gave it to all of them and then informed them that they should go. In the morning, they should prepare their cocoa as they are doing their normal sales and prepare our own to the Tom Brown. We gave them disposable spoons, disposable cups as well. We gave them branded apron, branded ice chest as well. So that when the person purchases the cocoa, your cocoa, you sell your cocoa, give the person Tom Brown as sample, let the person go and taste. When the person is interested or the person thinks that you want Tom Brown, when the person comes the next day, you sell the Tom Brown to the person. And so we did that. And at the end of the day, one day, in our package, we have 50 pieces in a box. We give it to them free of charge that they should sell and take the money. After selling, taking the money, they realized that no, it will help them. So they started calling that we should bring them the product to sell alongside what they were doing, the cocoa they were selling. And so we decided, at first they said they cannot pay us cash. They said no, we give it to you on credit. Sell, you come for our money, we give you again. And so the relationship started. And as I speak to you, we still have some few ones. One in Sunyane and Eda Luma, she's still selling. She's now old, so the daughter have taken over the business. The daughter is to continue underscore as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Continue underscore as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we have 5 minutes to share between the two gentlemen and myself. So very fast to.
Why is it?
Yeah?
Why me?
Okay, so please tell us, how did Tamana ensure that, in distribution of course, that your product is reaching more than what you used to reach before?
Thank you. With my 2.5 minutes, I am just trying to see if I can convey a message on that. Because initially, we were not having anybody that we reached before. So the question as to whether, how do we reach more than the people we used to reach before? Initially, we were only having one customer, and that is the government. We used to sell to the government through school feeding and also to the Ghana Armed Forces, and we thought we were done because volumes were moving, we were quite fine with it, until we realized nobody knows Nasia Star Rice as a brand in the market. You go out and you ask anybody, and then you don't see even single person saying that they are aware of Nasia Star Rice. So we thought, no, we have to do something. So we, in collaboration with 2SCALE, we took a series of strategies to be able to reverse it. First of all, we looked at market activation. It was championed by Agnes. In fact, the whole thing, getting our product to the base of the pyramid consumer, was championed by Agnes. So we did market activation, we did distributor and wholesaler development, we did commission and salespersons training, and we also looked at how flexible we can be in our packaging. So when we took this series, for instance, in the market activation, we started community level product activations, cooking demonstrations, market stalls, and radio jingles in PUP-dense areas. And these activities allowed consumers to taste and compare our rice firsthand, and it helped to overcome skepticism and to promote the quality of our rice. And we also tried to establish a network of local distributors and wholesalers in key low-income markets. These intermediaries helped us penetrate rural and pre-urban communities. And then, as I said, we had to develop some salespeople on commission basis, and we supported them, and they were able to support us in places like Kumasi and Tamale. In fact, in Kumasi right now, they are still there, and it's really going well for us. So, if you look at it, we actually developed and improved upon our distributorship network, and with our
and then feed from the maize outgrowers to the broiler outgrowers to raise beds for the processing plant of Apocotisti. So, and Angela is one of the beneficiaries. She's a broiler outgrower. She came. So after that, what we did is, when we got the maize from the maize outgrowers, broiler from the broiler outgrowers, fed into the processing plant. Right now, after processing, what we do is we have other distributors who are also in the value chain. So we have the micro vendors I mentioned initially, and then we engage even other distributors like FreezeLink, who came on board and did distribution across the country into shops, malls, and all that. So the rippling effect of this partnership, when the processing plant demand increases, it is going to have a rippling effect on all the actors in the value chain. When demand is coming, you want more chicken, the plant will need more chicken. Okay, the broiler outgrowers, you have to produce more. Maize outgrowers, you have to produce more to feed the broiler house. So that is how the impact of this partnership has increased the gains of all these actors in the value chain.
Awesome. Isn't that great? That's what we call private sector development, where you're growing business from the smallholder farmer and all the businesses in between, and the ripple effect is there. When the customers consume more chicken, also the outgrowers for the feeds and everyone else. Don't know where the MC is on. Abima, it's Abima. Abima. You guys. Abima. Thank you very much. Okay, so I will ask us to stand here for a photo. MC, we are done.
Atama. So, any one question from anybody? Please sit down, don't worry. They like you guys. I'll take 2 questions, just one or two. You want to ask the panelists any question, please? Any hand? Anything you want to clarify? Can I see your hand? Yes. All right. So, any question from anybody? Oh, yeah. Okay. If you don't have a question, I will ask you a question. All right. It's a comment. All right.
Thank you very much. First of all, I think I want to say congratulations to all the businesses. These are remarkable success stories, and I think they are the kind of stories that we need in championing IB and impact drives return business strategy in Ghana. So congrats to you all. I think I'll be coming back to all of you for subsequent conversations going forward. All right. Great job.
Thank you very much, CEO. Atama. So now if you don't have a question, I have a question for you. What is BOB?
BOB.
I'll ask one person. All right, base of the pyramid. Okay, so thank you very much. Let's give the team Atama. Atama, Abema. Thank you very much. So we are moving to the next one, the same 30 minutes. And we'll be doing another panel on green innovation and ABC. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Maxwell. Maxwell.
Good job.
Where is Maxwell to moderate this session? He's coming. So the panel will be talking about green innovation and ABC. So please listen attentively and ask questions. Okay. Okay, so we are going to push the green innovation to the next one, and then do the youth inclusion panel. Here you will talk. You would hear about how youth are included as far as the approach to inclusive business is concerned. So on this note, let's welcome Teofo. Yes. Atama for Teofo. Atama, Abema. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Is it a good afternoon or still in the morning? Okay, thanks. This is a young person's panel. This is a youth panel. And before I call upon the panelists, I want the audience to stand up.
Stand for the youth.
So that you can just stretch a little bit. I have noticed people look like tired. So, but I want us to do just one simple exercise.
It's hot. Yeah.
Let us just imagine we are in a market, and you've just met a person, and you want to craft a deal with that individual, and when you came back, you noticed you were cheated. So I want you now to argue with that individual. So you will start by negotiating, then later on, the individual is not really cooperative, and then the discussion escalates. But don't fight. Just Halaka? Okay. So, two individuals. You are in a market, then you've crafted a deal, so then it didn't work well. Now you have an argument. To start small, then it will grow. Go ahead.
Why did you sell what?
Then in the market, people move. Remember in
the market, please, sir. Yeah, what you want? This is 2,000. This is 1,000. Yes. I want this one. You need to buy this. That means the deal is. This is holy water. Holy water. This is holy water. This is normal water. No, we want the normal water.
That's a discussion.
It doesn't go. So, come, let's come and buy. Selling holy water. 2,000. This is normal water. 1,000. And we are urging you to buy. You need to buy. Yes, holy water. 2,000. What will it do to me? It will make you holy. It will make you holy. Really holy. Holy. Yes. You need to be holy. I need to be holy. Yes.
So So I hope now you are agreed on some deals. So with that, I want to call upon Mr. Francis, who is our panelist, one of our panelists today. Dan Ladi, then Mrs. Doris. And as the moderator said, we are going to discuss matters around youth employment and entrepreneurship. And the group is going to share with us their experiences from the 2SCALE program by working with different business champions. The group will also tell us about the new skills they have acquired from the partnership that is helping them in the business operations. They will talk about linkages they have come up with financial service providers that is enabling them for market scaling and business growth. Then they will talk about some learnings from program and plans for post-2SCALE. Then we will hear from them on how they plan to share the skills with the other youth in their communities. So briefly, I will now come closer to the panelists. So as you see, we are 4 of us. And I would want, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce yourself, but also share with the audience some employment opportunities you have discovered through the 2SCALE program and the business champions. And I will start from Francis.
My name is Francis Tete. I'm the head coach of Rockland Farms and in partnership with 2SCALE. In fact, it's about 5 clusters within that area. And then we have identified opportunity within the agribusiness value chain. And one of which is the production sector. And the production sector, I happen to be the community coach. And then we have had a relationship with the other value chain actors, of which we are able to build a trust with the input dealers, the tractor service operators, the transport services, and then we are able to secure credit input for the youth farmers within the value chain within the value. Demonstration is actually help with youth acquiring more knowledge in the sector. Thank you.
I'm called Nankanesa Abudalati, a young farmer and aggregator. Through 2SCALE and Kidan partnership, I've acquired business knowledge, which helped me and then the youth at the communities.
Okay, I am Adam Doris. I work with Rujo as a community coach. And then working with Rujo and then in partnership with 2SCALE, I've been exposed to adding value to whatever I produce. Let's take soya beans for instance. After having the raw soya beans, you don't just go to sell the raw one. You can add value by processing it into the Tom Brown soya kebab for other base of the pyramid to consume. And then even meals also you can process it into the flour for people to buy. Thank you.
Francis, would you like to tell us about the new skills you've gained and how these skills are helping you to scale your business but also reach new markets?
Yes, I've been able to acquire new skills in the sector of production, where because we are producing for eco-feed. So producing maize for eco-feed, we need to produce clean maize to supply or to help eco-feed to also feed the poultry for broiler consumption. So what we looked at is to produce clean maize free from aflatoxin and free from molds. And all this came with a demonstration field for farmers to observe. And we have also had financial discipline, or we have financial literacy rather. And this is to help us venturing into agribusiness. We need to tap into the opportunity. It is not you getting into the opportunity and then go and then waste whatever resources that you have at hand. But you have to put it into meaningful use to be able to benefit or to expand your business. We grow by lifting others or the vulnerables. So growing your business and then having the foresight to expand, then you need to be financial disciplined in order to be able to expand the business and then carry the vulnerable along with you. But if what you have at hand, you are not able to manage and it goes off, then you will be able to help the people that you wanted to help within the agribusiness sector. And I have also noticed that building trust is one of the key issues that was raised within the agribusiness sector or the value chain actor, because the input dealer might have the willing power or the willing to give out input to farmers for free and then recover them. But there was this kind of trust issue. But when 2SCALE intervention came in, farmers and input dealers have the trust, or they develop or they build trust among themselves, because we have asked them to form FBOs. And forming an FBO, there will be a trust than having an individual to work with. That is the reason why we have formed the FBO, or we call it farmer-based organization. Working with only one individual, it will be very difficult for you to recover input from them, or maybe recover whatever input given to them. But when they are in a group, they are responsible for each other, and they will help you recover whatever input you have given to them. Thank you.
So from what you're saying, if I understand you well, is that the trust that you gain from the community as a young person, this helps you to grow and to expand your businesses. So can you tell us, like, when you started in that community, maybe you are in one community, how many communities now are you serving, and how are you serving this community?
Okay, the communities, like I said, I am the head coach, community coach of Rockland Farm. and we have 5 clusters, and each cluster is made up of a district or municipality, and the communities within every cluster, I work with them, and we have value chain actors within that community, and which is these are the people that we build our trust with, being the input dealers, being the tractor service operators, being the transport owners, because gone are the days you cannot just walk into a tractor service provider to ask him to go and then work on your farm for you for maybe on credit basis, because he doesn't have the trust to do it for you. But with the intervention of 2SCALE, they know you have a backing from 2SCALE and Rockland. So if should anything be, they will be your guarantor, or they will be the guarantor for you. So they will just give it out for you to be able to also, well, so it has given opportunity for people who couldn't afford to go into production at that time. But this time, because they can have it on credit basis, they can go into production, and whatever that will come out of their produce, they will just sell they will sell it to the aggregator or maybe the anchor farmer, and then the rest, if they want, they so wish, then they will sell it to him, or maybe they can sell it to any other person. But with the cost of the input, they have to recover that one to the anchor farmer, and then he will also go and then pay off the various actors or the various business partners who help them with the inputs.
Thanks, Francis, for sharing with us this insight. Damnade, with the financial linkages that you received from this partnership, can you tell us how this facilitated your business and how this translated into new markets as a young person?
Yeah. Through 2SCALE and then young person partnership, they acquire business set, and also I have a trust with Kidan, who always give me money and also grant me. For instance, if you go to AGB, they gave me some amount of money which I will use for the business, and then later on I will go and then pay. This business is not only benefiting me, it benefits the youth at the various communities. If I go to, for instance, if I go to Doluza Ladi, is a community, I have the youth there, I will go and then tell them, if you get me this number of maize or soybeans, this is the amount of, I will pay them commission, each bag I will pay either 20 cedis or 15 cedis. So
that is Papa.
Yes, please. So now I was only buying within my electoral area, but now it has covered all the district. So even in Tumutown, they are aware of me. So people do call me, and then I will buy and then sell it to Kedan. I used to buy for only Kedan, but now through Kedan and then through 2SCALE and then Kedan person, I have created a link, and now a lot of people's companies like Farmer Line, they call and then ask me to supply. I do deliver before payment. Sometimes they will give me the money to buy and then give to them.
So then, as a young person, because one of the challenges was the trust between
yes,
the
please.
young people
Yes.
and the community.
Yes.
So how is you being involved in that transaction is helping other young people even to grow more?
Yeah. About the trust issue, I'm a guy with honest, and also when you go to their village, at the village level, they know me to be like someone who have humility and also help my younger brothers, and I respect a lot before I got to know Kedan, it's through 2SCALE. It's through 2SCALE. Due to that, before I even start everything with Kedan, is the director. Yes, he called me and then I went to him. He said, "Am I sure I'm correct?" I said yes. So due to that, he took my Ghana card and then told me that I should go in 2 days and I should come to him. So when I came, he said he wanted to support me to do business. By then, I was doing the business myself, but the money that I used to have is not enough. I will use Motor King and then take maybe 15 bags and then go and sell to Kedan or sell to Leo. So through the director of Kedan, he's able to give me a plan. He asked me to go to the village and then negotiate with the farmers, those at the village levels, if they can give their maize to me. He have a Reno. He will let the Reno to come for, and then I'll bring them to him, and then he will pay me, and then I'll go and pay to them. So I go to the village level and then discuss with the farmers. They know me. I'm equally coming from the village. Those areas that I don't know, I have guys which they also know me, and I have built a business relation and then trash with them. So due to that, if I go and then those guys want to you or maybe any other one, they will tell him like, "Oh, is this guy that I want to take your maize for?" And then later on he will come and pay. That person will also come to me and ask whether it's true. If he asks me and then I say it's true, he will give the things out and then tell me, he will give me some days or months to come and then pay him. I will make sure that I will not fail him.
So that means now you have the trust because of the linkages you have with Kedan.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes. All this is Kedan that even going as I mentioned, if you go to ADB, Kedan, they do guarantee me, I do go with Kedan name or signature and then take loan. If you go to credit union, same thing. Yes, please.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Doris, I know you are a community coach, and you as a big community coach and a young female, can you tell us the kind of learnings you've got as part of that, and how this is translating into new business, new opportunities, and how you are sharing that with the other young people in your community?
Okay. With my exposure to several trainings with 2SCALE, I've learned a lot, basically on entrepreneurship. When they call you an entrepreneur, what are you supposed to do? I've learned all this with 2SCALE. How do you start a business and how do you keep the business running? Budgeting and then bringing out an action plan, because those things will help you to achieve the goal you set in your business. And apart from that, we have also learned a lot on finances and then adding values to the various crops we cultivate. And through this, I'm able to support other women in the house. Even they give us training on how to cultivate soya beans, and mostly we the women we do that. So when you go back home, you don't just keep the knowledge to yourself. What I do is that I have ag growers, my business champion, that is Rujo, help me to support. During farming season, we give them inputs. That could be agrochemicals, fertilizers to farm. Then at the end of the season, we recover from them. And then we link them to the market, because after recovering what they have, we directly buy from them. And then we give out to our off-takers. And then aside for that, when we come together, every knowledge I learn, I make sure that the women in my community and the youth, I call for a meeting, then you train them on what you have learned at the project, like ensuring their businesses, so that maybe when the unexpected happen, they don't run into total losses. And then you also teach them, we learn how to communicate in businesses. How do you partner with others? And how do you resolve or manage conflicts within yourselves. And this has helped us to build a good relationship with the people we work with. And I tell those people that the things I say is not just for me. They should also adapt them into their businesses, and they will see improvement in whatever they are doing.
And that means with what you are sharing with the other young people in the community, you see them growing their businesses as well?
Yes.
How do you see it?
Currently, initially I started with my community, but now I coach about 5 communities. It's not only my community, I have other 4 communities I've added on board with the initial one I started with, and we are all doing good.
Francis, I think as we wind up with this session, can you tell us about your next steps and how you are going to share everything with the other young people?
Yes, we are currently planning to add communities that are not yet into the partnership. We want to bring them on board. In fact, some of them have seen what we are doing already, and they are willing to join us. So it's left with us to bring them on board, and we are looking into bringing them on board, and then give them the necessary training, and then give them the necessary support. As we speak now, we have so many groups that we are working on, and then we are still creating another groups, but we are more focused on the youth. We are targeting on the youth between the age of 18 to 35, and then even though we've not left the aged behind, but we want them to tap into the opportunity so that they can improve their livelihood. And then we also looking we are not only looking at the production aspect only. We are also looking into the other sectors.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Because of the time, Danladi, your next step as well?
Work for Kidam. I was the one who supplying them, but we got to a point. I have some 4 guys which I also believe in them. So I have linked them to my boss, I mean the director of Kidam. So for now he has started giving the 2, therefore for now he's only supporting 2. Yes. So
so you want to continue with them?
Yes, I want to continue with them.
Doris, what are your next steps as well?
Okay, my next plan is to be able to start up my own agri-trade, and then coach other women that are ready to start their own. And with my business champion, that is Rachel, as my mentor. And apart from that, I want to advocate for the youth, for the challenges they are facing, so that key holders and the stakeholders will be able to solve them, so that more can come into agriculture.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Ladies and gentlemen, that marks the end of our session. Thanks a lot. So we take
Has anyone have a question? 2 questions? No question? Thank you so much.
My mind is
So can have a seat. So we're going to take our next panel session, and we focus on green innovation and agribusiness cluster. And to do that, let's welcome Maxwell when you introduce the team. Maxwell. Yeah, so we can clap out Maxwell is coming. Yeah, Atama, Abema, Ramako.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we are going to have this panel session with 3 panelists. The first person on my list is Mr. Amachi Michael from Rockland. He's the leader of Rockland BSS team. BSS is Business Support Service Provider. And he leads all the green innovation activities in that company and in the partnership with 2SCALE. The second person is Miss Rashida Shoaibu. She is also a lead extension agent and ESS coach in the Tamana Rise partnership with 2SCALE, where she has also used good innovations introduced into that particular value chain to improve the relationships with farmers. Last but not the least is the big man, Mr. Saki. From Kida, you know, the maize value chain is nowadays a political crop. So that's why I say he's a big man. So these are my panelists, and we are going to take you through first-hand conversations around green innovation and the innovations they have used within the rice, maize, and poultry value chains to improve value chain efficiency and coordination. So, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So, my first question is to you, Mr. Anocho Michael. We have seen, and many of us here will agree with me, we have seen many programs come and go with different kinds of innovations. And in most cases, as soon as those programs end, those innovations end. Or the innovations come and they are too expensive for farmers to invest in, or the innovation is good enough for the farmers, but the farmers cannot even find the innovation to use after the pilot phase. Can you use a concrete example to tell us about innovations that you have selected in the partnership and value chain you operate in, and the criteria you use in selecting those innovations?
Thank you. For the past experience I've had with 2SCALE, 2SCALE don't just initiate anything without taking into consideration the environment you are and possible factor that will make your innovation worse. But there are certain things which are beyond human control. For instance, 2SCALE introduced a certain app which we call Tumoka app. The purpose of this app was to reduce the paperwork on this VSLA program, as Antisaba mentioned. In fact, it was good, but when it was introduced by them, we had a lot of national service personnel in the system. So they assisted us in the implementation and the usage of things they had to do with phone network. But when the national service personnel time was due and they left, as we speak today, it has become a white elephant who operates the phone for the group. They all have eyes, but who can read beyond what we can see. So as a result of the literacy rate of most of the farmer groups, these innovations couldn't work. It worked, but it's no more working. Then also, sometimes when it comes to beliefs, some of these groups that we are working with have to be today, irrespective of how age have increased and technology have advanced. There are some groups when you go, it's not allowed for a man to sit with a women group alone and have a discussion with them. There's supposed to be a man representation, and as a result of that, when the men are there, for the women to be able to express themselves, for looking at the man's presence, certain things they have to hide. So they are unable to give back their best. So though 2SCALE, I would say, have done their part, due to these circumstances, some of these innovations are not.
You mentioned the environmental issues, and the barrier to using these innovations that are useful and are needed to improve the Village Saving and Loans Association. My question here is specifically, what other criteria would you say we should look at when we are selecting innovations?
Education and literacy rate of the people is very, very important. The ability to read and write and understand certain things. Sometimes we present, in respect to how much it will be of beneficial to them. Once they are unable to read and understand it themselves, and they always somebody have to come in to tell them, it will make the adoption rate quite low. Then also the availability of raw materials. We have introduced to them improved seed. But sometimes where to get a seed becomes a challenge. We realized when it is close to them in terms of presbytery aspects, adoption and patronage was high. But when they have to move to towns and cities and other places to purchase themselves, they rather revert back to their former style of getting seed, which is from their own process. So these are some of the challenges we've seen around.
Thank you very much. So you mentioned 3 criteria. I will go to you, Ms. Rashida. As a business champion, Tamana, creating market for rice smallholder farmers can sometimes be challenging. Can you tell us how useful innovations have been to the activities you do in terms of creating market for smallholder farmers? What are these innovations that helped you include smallholder farmers in your supply chain?
Okay, thank you so much. So in Tamana, we provide input services to our growers. So we give them fertilizer, certified seed to improve their yield. They are used to using their own harvest, what they harvest last year, to do the next planting season, which was not giving them good yield. So due to 2SCALE and Tamana partnership, we are able to introduce certified seed and also help them with fertilizer. So when they harvest, whatever they harvest for the paddy, we offtake from them and process. And we've also trained most of our growers, that is a core group, on parboiling, how to parboil from the old way to mechanized way, like giving them the equipment, the right equipment to parboil, and also they will just parboil and sell to Tamana, and they will also sell to our customers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Sakibo, climate change and the negative impact of climate change is a fact. It's affecting us. We can see it. Rainfall patterns, nowadays more occurrence of pest and disease in the farmlands. Using examples, can you explain how innovations have been useful within the value chain, the maize value chain you have been facilitating? What innovations have you used to mitigate the impact of climate change?
Well, thank you for your question. I think, my friend earlier mentioned, I'm also an agric officer. I work within the municipality. Through the KIDAN and the 2SCALE partnership, I also learned a lot from them. For example, organizing for us programs like this. This is not our first time of meeting. We've had a lot of these programs and we learn a lot from them. I also extend these things that I learned to our farmers. Not only KIDAN farmers, but farmers in the municipality who I also deal with. I have an operational area where I equally work within KIDAN and then the 2SCALE partnership. I think with the question you asked, climate change is actually having a lot of effects in the municipality. Example, this dry spell in the system. Last year it has affected farmers a lot, which made our production level very low. And then also, I think some of the ways that you can do to mitigate this problem is by practicing crop rotation, which I learned from 2SCALE through KIDAN. Also, we minimize bush burning. Also, I was also trained how to come over this and through by practicing cover cropping and so on.
Was there any time within the program where you have a contact with any digital solution that was able to help you predict when to plant and all of that?
Yes, through KIDAN and then the 2SCALE partnership, we were introduced to this system, weather alert system, where farmers were introduced to the app. We onboarded all the farmers within the municipality, not only KIDAN farmers, where also operator onboarded some of the farmers, or most of the farmers, where they go to have these messages when it is time for raining, or when it is not raining, the very day they are going to plant or not, the system will tell them that today there will be rain. So if you are going to plant, you wait. When it rains, you go and plant. And then if you are also not going to plant, or you prepare your seed and wait for the message. As the message comes, it will tell you that tomorrow there will be rain. So you prepare yourself and go to the farm to plant. And I think the system has also helped the farmers a lot in the municipality. Because farmers used to do small acreages, but through the system, they got to know when it will rain, and they have increased the number of acreages for now.
Thank you very much. Ms. Rashida, in every value chain we look at, mostly in the agricultural sector, there's always an emphasis of inclusion. Women, right? So my question to you would be, can you tell us how we can use, or you have used innovation to reach more women in your value chain, in the rice value chain? And what types of innovations have you used to target women specifically?
Thank you. So with Tamana at 2SCALE, we have an annual business pitch that we always have within the year. So this helps to prepare the women, the youth. You come with your application, and that will help you through 2SCALE. Whatever you present, they will help you with a reasonable sum amount to start up your business or expand your business. And that has been helpful to our area, and most of the youth are coming on board to do that. And also we also have through 2SCALE, we also have spray gang that also give them income. They are in groups that you can, service providers, you can just contact them, they will come in, support you in your spraying activities, and you also pay them. They get money through that. That is also a way to bring more innovation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Anochi, I'm going back to you again. When I look at the agricultural landscape, generally in sub-Saharan Africa, there is always one sentence you always hear: how do we make agriculture attractive to young people to come into agriculture and take over from the aging population of farmers we have? From your experience in several value chains you have worked in, and also in the 2SCALE program, how can innovation, and what types of innovation can we use to attract more youth into agriculture?
Thank you. The youth growing around us today, my experience as a DSS coach, they all have intention of reaching glory in life, but the challenge used to be, how do I start? Where do I start from? Which has to do with initial capital. Since the inception of 2SCALE,
introduction of, for instance, group savings and personal savings, which Artisala testified, the introduction of the VSLE. Most of these youth joined the VSLE groups and they realized they can even take up loans very easy to invest into their businesses. And we were also able to organize trainings and mentorship programs for the youth, which Angela, the one who was with the first group, is an example. We have had a lot of trainings. So when the youth realize the training or the innovation being introduced is easy to access, this is one way I can testify that it motivates all of them to join. Then also, when it comes to the field work, we used to use our physical strength, where you have to use sticks or cutlasses to plant maybe 1 acre farm, which may take about 2-3 days. Through 2SCALE, we introduced what we call jack planter, which is very easy, friendly use, which made it possible for the women not even to rely on the men to plant their maize for them, but using it themselves, they're able to move on. So this, labor-saving equipments that were introduced, VSLA, which is a source of finance to them, and then also proximity reasons. They form a group which we call Youth Service Gang, even though their main duty was to provide services to the farmers for receiving something like that, but they went further to be able to establish more input supply joints where they link farmers to where these inputs and other fertilizer chemicals can be sourced from. So as a result of this feasible and easy way of accessing it, it made it possible for more youth to be involved as I speak today.
Thank you very much. My last question goes to Mr. Saki. One of the main approach of 2SCALE is building agribusiness clusters. Agribusiness clusters, smallholder farmers, and agriculture. How has that been useful in terms of introducing innovations, adoption, pushing for scalability of innovations?
I think through KIDAN and 2SCALE partnership, years back, I think SMV provided VSLA boxes, a lot of them, uncountable number, which I distributed to the various communities. We have various VSLA groups in the communities. So these boxes were distributed to them, and then we were taken through, some of them were new groups formed. So we take them through, we train them, and then they also continue with the processes. Through that, people were able to contribute, save monies, and pick loans. Those monies that they save are for them, and the loans they pick, they use them to do production, which also help them to increase the number of their acreages that they are doing. And by so doing, I think in the municipality, we can say 2SCALE has helped our farmers a lot. Yes.
So if I hear you correctly, what we're saying is we need to build these clusters before we bring in technologies or we bring in best practices or services to farmers and their group. Otherwise, if we bring these innovations and we want to be targeting individual farmers, we might not be successful. So, is there any last thought with regards to innovation, Mr. Anochi, Ms. Rashida? Any last thoughts with regards to innovation?
Yes. The last word I wish to say is that the youth have the intention of doing something, as I said earlier on. But sometimes how to go about it. So sometimes they might need physical support, just like 2SCALE did. Most of these youth, as I mentioned, 2SCALE assisted them in setting up the structure. They linked them to Rockland farms. Rockland provided them with the DOTs, feed and everything.
They are Ghanaian names.
The poultry aspects. And then their job was only to, give the feed to the animals. When it is time for harvesting, she counts for them and they give them their share of it. So when it is made easier for them like this, as I speak today, one person from Suta, a woman, has been able to set up her own online. Just not only Angela, who has been able to set up her own, like she said today. So please, I also entreat all of us here to sometimes get close to them. Sometimes, not every time that we need somebody to come in with something before we can do something. With the love that we have, just one way or the other, talking to them, building their capacity while we're really being respectful when you can build it. It will give them the morale to get up to do something on their own. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Abima, Amako. It's time for questions. They don't have questions. No question.
Go back.
Good afternoon, my name is Joshua Toto. I am the Managing Director of Regional Agri-Trade Company Limited. We are an agribusiness firm based in Tamale. Our focus crop is soybeans, rice, and maize. Now, having listened to all the presentations from our panelists and all the people who came here before me, they pointed out a number of challenges with regards to smallholder farmers' production, access to market, and the challenges processors face at the processing end. It's similar to why we were established as a company. We realized that smallholder farmers in Ghana face myriads of challenges. First has to do with the fact that most of them work individually over large areas that it's difficult to work with them. That is one. Most of them are not educated. You also realize that especially for the youth, which is why we are here, they have peculiar challenges: access to land, access to seed, access to plowing, access to market, access to innovative production technologies. And so because of that, though entities like Akuko Solutions and the investors and all the processors provide for farmers in Ghana to kind of improve their incomes, most of these farmers are not able to take advantage because of the challenges at the production end. And so in 2014, we established our business, Regional Agri-Trade, to come in between the smallholder farmers on one hand and the agro-processors on the other hand. Now, how do we seek to achieve that? First, we wanted to provide the market for the processors. So the intention was for us to do the production by ourselves and then supply. But we increased production to a stage that we realized that it was not feasible for one entity to produce on a large parcel of land to feed the agro-processing industry. And so we decided to integrate smallholder farmers into our agro scheme. And so in 2014, we rolled on 500 farmers to see how best we could support them to produce soybeans and rice. And so the support we provided was the seed, the fertilizers, the training, and by the end of the year, we realized that the result was good. Farmers were happy. They were able to pay back the input credit that we gave to them, and we were also able to supply the produce to the processors we had signed contract with. Now came the opportunity to scale up. That's when we realized that we had a lot of challenges. One, we didn't have the capacity, to increase the number of farmers we wanted to increase. 500, so many farmers wanted to work with us, 5,000 of them, and generate the resources to be able to do that. One, we didn't have it, and two, the capacity to mobilize these farmers into formidable groups so that it can reduce cost of working with them. We didn't have it. And so we had the opportunity to partner with the 2SCALE program, and they said that look, we have the capacity to help mobilize the smallholder farmers, and that was the turning point of our business. And so from 500, we moved to 1,000, and currently as we speak, we are working with 2,800 smallholder farmers, 70% of them being youth. Now, the model we use is the outdoor scheme, where we contract these smallholder farmers before production, to provide them all the necessary input they need, i.e. the mechanization services, the seed, the fertilizers, and then we complement that with the extension training that we provide from our company. Then before that, we have an agreement with them that they are giving them the inputs on credits, and then at harvest they pay back in kind. Then the farmers have the option to sell the surplus to the company at harvest. And so that is the model that we've been working over the years. So our partnership with 2SCALE began from there, helping us mobilize the smallholder farmers. Then we realized that to be able to achieve the result in terms of input yield, our extension officers have to increase their ability to train the farmers, their knowledge and what have you, because technology keeps evolving. And so through our partnership with the 2SCALE program, we're able to roll out a number of trainings. For instance, training farmers on good agricultural production, innovative planting methods, introducing them to improved seeds, and then also helping them reduce post-harvest losses. So we rolled out a number of trainings targeting the production end, and also we also received a number of training support to increase the ability of our smallholder farmers to adopt farming as a business. So most of them were trained on business skills, records keeping, financial management, through, of course, our community coaches. And so we realized that these are just a list of the services that we provide to our farmers in partnership with the 2SCALE program. Training and information input financial services such as the VSNA, one of our coaches mentioned that, and then equipment and then labor saving technologies, and then training regarding post-harvest handling. So this is basically how our model looks. It looks a bit complex, but what we are saying is that we work aggregate on the top, working with partners like the 2SCALE program to improve, structure smallholder farmers into groups and then help them improve their production, and then we connect them to the market. Yeah, so just a summary table.
of the impact that we have made in terms of the number of farmers we work with, the volumes that they have producing, and the market. So we realized that from 2022, we've increased the number of farmers from 1,500 and as of 2025, working with 2,700 smallholder farmers. Now we're talking about soybeans. We realize that the yields have, not the yield, but total output in terms of metric tons have increased from 2022, that is from 381 metric tons to 740 metric tons. This is soya directly produced under our partnership with the program. Yeah, so just a brief of some of the specific activities we have been doing with the smallholder farmers in partnership with the 2SCALE. Facilitating governance meetings, facilitating innovative technology transfers, as I mentioned earlier. Soybean trying to introduce inoculants to improve rhizobium level on the roots of the soybean for increased yield, introducing labor-saving technologies to the smallholder young farmers, linking them to threshing services to reduce post-harvest losses, and as well as mechanization service. Now, as a business, we have been able to weather the storms because this industry can be tricky sometimes. There are so many factors that go beyond the control of the management. And so I just highlighted here some of those that we have been facing over the years, and the challenges, and then the ways that we have been using to kind of mitigate them. So you see, risks have been due to weather-related risks that can potentially increase the yields at the smallholder farmers. And with that, now we do insurance. We make sure that smallholder farmers that are benefiting from our input credit support are insured in the production process. Then we also, through our partnership with the 2SCALE, promote short varieties that are adaptable to the impact of climate change, like the Wandata, the Afayag, and all those short varieties. We have default rates as well, because sometimes you take a credit, give to smallholder farmers, and because of one reason or the other, they are not able to pay for it. What do? You took the money took a loan from the bank to buy input seeds, provide mechanization to farmers, they are not able to pay. Of course, some of them, they are not able to pay, not voluntarily, but because the yields are bad. Maybe due to the fact that the weather wasn't favorable for the year's production. In such a circumstance, what we do? We recycle the loan so that the farmer is supported to produce the next year, and then when the farmer is paid, they pay for the current year plus the deficit from the previous year. Okay. Now, not to blow our trumpet, but I'm just happy to announce that over the years, our activities have impacted in the lives of smallholder farmers in a number of ways. And I just have 3 graphs here to show you. This was done by an independent consultant, not based in this country. And I'm happy to announce that the results that we got from the field is not attributed to us alone as a company, but it's because of our strong partnership with the 2SCALE program. So we realized that they were trying to see how farmers' access to mechanization has improved over the years. And if you look at it, you see the area that is colored blue. Look at the legend here. Here says that it has increased a lot, increased a little bit.
So you see, what we feel is that any increase is positive, isn't it? So we have 33 farmers, 33% of the farmers that the sample saying that the access to mechanization has improved a lot. We have 13% saying that it has improved a little. When you put that together, that is quite significant. Now, this is the result in terms of crop production levels. Trying to measure the yields of the farmers that we work with compared to farmers who are not on the program. And you realize that most of them were responding. Why has your crop yield changed? What are the reasons? And what you have here is just the prioritization of the factors the farmers attribute their yields to. They said there has been better input, access to input, that's seed, fertilizers, mechanization services, better practices, more input, better climate, increased access to land, more labor, and where's climate? Well, yeah. Then income is the same. They found that 33%, 31% of them said their income has improved significantly. Then 37 of them said the income has improved a bit. So put that together, that is over 60%. Now, farmer satisfaction. What the survey sought to do was to just go around and gauge farmers' satisfaction of our company's activities. And what they found out was that in terms of high quality services, 73% of respondents said they were happy, satisfied with that. Mechanization, 56%, access to farmland, access to farm management, 75%, wide range of services, 19, access to finance, and then as you have there. This is just a list of the activities that we do in the field. Like I explained earlier on, a large chunk of the farmers that we interact with are young females, and they are mostly engaged in production, direct production. We also work with some of them through the planting guns and then the spraying guns that SMV assisted us to put together. So, yes, as a company, we realized that in the north, mostly production is seasonal. So you produce 6 months and then you have to wait till the next season. And so in the last 2 years, we decided to break that cycle. And we started engaging ourselves in irrigation. And so what you have here is just a pilot in one of our sites in the Nasia River, where we have prepared a 5-acre irrigation field and then engaged some young ladies to produce onions and chili. We started last year. The result was good, but hopefully by the end of the year, towards the main lean season in December, we will be scaling up that program as well. So we have a number of them doing planting here as a group. And this is just a section of our team. Some of them are here, and then myself in the middle. All right. With that, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity.
Abema, Amago. So I'll give you 2 minutes to ask any question from the case study, any clarity you want. I said 2 minutes, two questions. Yes, one hand here, then I'll come to you, Ali. Another third hand. Okay, so you first. Tell me, where's the, okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Joshua.
How the 2SCALE program has helped make our company attractive. That makes other partners willing to work with us. We work with large volumes of funds. I am happy you are in the financial sector. And you know that one of the major challenges with our business
has to do with access to finance. One is access and then the cost of finance. Now, through our partnership with the program, we've been able to secure some good partnership with like-minded partners, not NGOs, commercial partners. For instance, last year we just secured partnership with RDF. You will know of IDF, Rural Development Fund. They provide financing for SMEs like us who are smallholder farmers, I asked, at concessionary interest rate. That will go a long way in our drive to expand. 2 years ago, a lot of the large importers of agro products, fertilizers, seeds, they started coming around. Not because of the name of our business, but because of the structure that has been put in place through our partnership program. This year, some of them gave us input fertilizers as much as 20,000 bags, credits to be paid at harvest. So you see. So developing a formidable structure for our business is attracting a lot of external investment for business. Okay. If smallholder farmers can have the mindset that you and I have, then we will be able to drive the change. If they can understand that farming is a business, you can understand that you take a loan, you must pay for it without excuses, then you and I can be comfortable to go pick the facility and then give to them. Over the years, through our partnership, farmers have been trained to understand that it's a business, it is not an NGO. 2SCALE doesn't give money. All these things in place through the partnership with the development partner. Then you are on the right course to expand it and sustaining the gains that you have made in such a partner.
Yeah. MC. Yes. No, there's another hand. Wait, okay. The man with the kettle.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate the graph that you shared concerning the satisfaction. If you can just point to. No. Yes. So you were referring to the satisfaction, but I can also see some limitations. But can you please explain further on the first one that you say about 70% of satisfaction? Is it the services that you are providing to the farmers, or what has it entailed in that satisfaction?
Exactly. So farmers, the researchers wanted to gauge the farmers' level of satisfaction based on the parameters that you see out there. Okay, so when they pick the parameter, the score that we get will inform us that, look, you are doing well here, you are doing well here, you are not doing well here. So having said that, you realize that generally farmers think that we provide high quality service, 72%. That is very significant. 56% think that in terms of mechanization specifically, we are doing well, but not satisfying them. So that is, and then the list continues. Definitely, as a company, we have our strength. All these are based on resource availability. Yes.
Thank you.
Where's it? Next time.
The last one.
That's the last one.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I think you are doing a very great job supporting these farmers to market linkages and then access to land. My question is, when you were making your submission, you said your population of farmers that you have 70% are youth. I just wanted to appreciate the breakdown when it comes to females and males, because we are also doing a project in agriculture And then we realized that the challenge of having females onto the project is a little bit difficult. So I want to see the strategy that you are using to attract these females, if they are high, and if they are not high, what are the challenges and what are you doing to get more females to come on board?
Okay, so I don't know specifically what the program details are, but I come to realize that if you want to encourage females to come into agribusiness, you need to look at the challenges that confront their entry into the industry and then find a way or develop a model that will solve them together. And that is the model that we propose. You realize that we are doing mobilization because most of them are scattered. We are doing sensitization, we are doing seed supply, we are doing mechanization supply, we are guaranteeing market for the produce, and then we are training as well. So when you go to the community to sensitize, by the time the young female lifts her hand to say that, well, we are interested, but we don't have this, your model come. So at the end of the day, you see a lot of them coming to enroll. I think that the commodity of choice has also helped us. I don't know what commodity management program is. In the northern part of Ghana, soybean is then as a women's crop. And so if your concentration is with soybeans, I think that most of the young people will be open to receiving it. Having said that, you realize that we came from far, 2014, now we are in 2025. I don't know when you started the program. It takes a long time to sensitize, come back again, sensitize, come back again, sensitize, till you are able to achieve that. As a private entity, you cannot do it. You require a lot of money, get a consultant, train the community coaches, and that is why we think that partnership we had with the 2SCALE project has been instrumental in helping us achieve the figure we have. I don't know if
the breakdown. The 70%.
Oh, okay, yes. So on average, we have more females. About 60% of them are females, youth. When I say youth, I mean 17 to 35 years old. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Atama,
Abema, Amako.
Thank you very much. So we are gradually coming to the end of the program. We're supposed to do another panel, but myself and my good friend will just give you synopsis about it. So if you have any questions, you can ask. And so on that note, I'll be inviting Mr. Yao Edu-Jamifi from the Ghana Hub Network. He also the chairperson for the accreditation committee for the inclusive business. Atama. All right, so.
Please let me stand at the top so that you can see me. Usually, for short talks like this, I do it for an hour. But I know that if I don't take it, some of you will beat me up. Because I'm the only one standing in between your lunch. So I'll do this very quick. Just to give some support words to what is going on. I'm really impressed with what I've gathered today, with beneficiaries of the 2SCALE model, with 2SCALE experts here, with GCYE, and everyone in the room who is contributing to the success of this program. I think that once we go back, we will evaluate and say that it was very beneficial. Just want to give
just a quick information on the inclusive business and also inclusive green business. So there are efforts that are underway. I mean, it didn't start this year, it started last year and 2 years ago, for which 2SCALE is also part. What we are trying to do together, myself and Sheriff on the IDR committee, what we are doing is we are helping to certify inclusive business coaches, which is very important, because when we say inclusive business and inclusive green business, what are we talking about? We know that people do business. There are people who do business, plow back their earnings into other areas. There are people who do business solely for the profit motive. And there are those in the inclusive business and inclusive green business that do business that also affects or impacts the value chain, like the 2SCALE model, for instance, that you are implementing. So a coach would then be the one to work with businesses to help them to be able to streamline their value chains, to make sure that even though they are making profit, but so for instance, if there's a maize company, you're making profit out of harvesting your maize, but the point is, why are you sort of burning the maize husk? So some of them, they just want to get rid of it, so they burn it, and then you know the environmental issues that it can cause. Why not have another line of business, a market-oriented innovation around the husk alone, where you come out with a business idea that leverages on the husk to address feeding challenge or address any other challenge. And then in the process, you have another line of profits or line of earning that those in the value chain, in your value chain, can be able to take advantage of. I use a typical model. Guinness is part of the program, and for Guinness, you know, Guinness leverages a lot of sorghum. They use aggregators a lot in the north. So the idea is that, but sometimes the women also complain that they sell these produce to Guinness, and their earnings are static. So we are looking at how can an inclusive business coach work with beginners, work with the mostly women who farm the sorghum, so that you identify new areas that will enhance the earnings of the women farmers, but mostly also either grow the earnings of Guinness or leave them static. Of course, you're not using your money to increase the earnings of the women in any way. So these are models that are being explored, and for Idrisu, who is sitting here, is a certified coach, and so for certified coaches like that, we assign companies to them, and the companies also have large value chains that they can support. I know there is somebody working with Rockland who is that is here. There's somebody working with them. There are a couple of other companies that coaches are working with them to be able to help them enhance and build resilience in their value chain, in their business and service models. But more importantly, we also care about the environment. It is very important. We also care about the environment, and that's why the certification is important, so that the coaches will then help reduce maybe the carbon footprints of these companies, or help create that enabling environment that ensures that we don't have a lot of environmental challenges. Because if you do a scan around, you see that a lot of companies are making money, but sometimes their environmental footprints are not that impressive. And so how do we then work within the inclusive business and inclusive green business environment to be able to ensure that such companies reduce their carbon footprints, also build resilience within the environment, and generally be able to also create new areas, new lines of market-oriented innovation that supports the earnings of women. So we are looking at profit, society, as in the society, as in the people within the value chain, and then also, more importantly, we are also looking at the environment, which is very important. So just a bit around the inclusive business and inclusive business returns, or inclusive green business and inclusive business. We're supposed to have a panel, but I was locked up somewhere. Was it going to be a one-man panel? No. But at this point, I'll pause. If there are any questions or how somebody can become part of as a coach or as a business to be part of that program. There's an accreditation for businesses and also accreditation for or certification for coaches. So businesses opt to be part of it, and then people who want to be who are experts and want to be coaches are also opt to be also part of it, and they go through the certification process, all in an attempt to ensure that we create that enabling environment for more inclusive green businesses in Ghana. Thank you. I think he has a question.
No, he's signaling me to signal you.
So that the lunch. Yes. I'm done.
All right. So Atama, Abema. So thank you very much, y'all. So if you have any question, meet y'all, ask the questions.
Thank you very much.
You have.
Let's go and enjoy that lunch.
Yes. If you have any other thing you want to find out more, but just to add up. The good news is that one of the companies here has been outsourced to now be responsible for the accreditation for businesses who want to be IB. And we're just talking about it, and that's the third world commodity. So ladies and gentlemen, the businesses here who think you are qualified to become an IB, this is the man that will be doing the selection. So I am standing on your behalf to already be having him. So make sure you pick his contact. They will show you the way to apply, especially the business from the 2SCALE project. It will be a very good thing that at the end of 2SCALE project, some of the businesses supported are now even accredited as a national inclusive businesses. And so that is a team doing it. So please try as much as possible if you are interested. Find out more the requirement. They will do the interview. They will come to us as a committee later on when they have done their selection. So you are not just going to be satisfied as an IB business, but there are certain support that come up. Like y'all was saying, we have coaches who give the coaches to you. They will support you. And in future, we are even looking for funding to give to inclusive businesses. So don't be left out. If you think your business can be an IB business, please do that. Now, the last thing I'll talk about is that somebody have taken my iPad. It's here. I thought y'all was taking it. All right. So what we're supposed to discuss at our panel was inclusive business strategy. So together with the support from 2SCALE, the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs is leading a process to come up with an inclusive business strategy. So it's a new model. Yes, people are even wondering what is inclusive business, and it's picking up. You see, government is now interested in inclusive. That's why every time we try to bring a government rep here to hear more about inclusive business and to appreciate it. But we think that we can only get it to be more successful when we have a strategy that both private sector and government can really put our hands on to be able to work. So yes, inclusive is about where do we want to go? What is the strategy to make sure that Ghana is prioritizing inclusive business as a model? And so we are working together with 2SCALE project, even though it's ending, to come out with one. And I just want to share with you what you should be expecting. And when we come to you, all of you will be playing a role. The reason why we need a strategy for Ghana as far as inclusive business is concerned is that the private sector is growing in different areas, different sectors. We saw what green economy did, and now Ghana government even have a whole ministry for green transition and all of those things. We want inclusive business to be so strong that we have a whole ministry in future for it. The reason why for me I'm passionate about inclusive business is that from where I come from, the base of the pyramid, honestly, most of us in this room are part of the base of the pyramid. The poor of the poorest. Because there's a saying, yes, if you get $3 a day or so in terms of the figures, in Ghana you are poor or across the world, then a lot of us are poor. Because the $3 is how much? 15 Ghana, 50 plus 50 is how much? 45 cents. Some people don't have 50 Ghana cedi. They don't get 50 Ghana cedi every day. We have to be honest. So we are also part of the pyramid in some way, just that we are more polished there, but we are part of it. Sometimes when they talk of base of the pyramid, we are thinking of my people in the north. Accra, some people here, they are part of the base of the pyramid. So what it literally means is that if a business can include you in the value chain of the business and not just make you be invited to serve on that working group, and then we will create the visibility and then the recognition mechanism, and finally draft the policy by engaging every stakeholder based on the framework. So we'll be coming to you for all of us to play a key role here. The strategy is not just by Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs. It's supposed to be something that all of us can adopt, play a role, and it will give us the right framework and the direction to make sure we prioritize inclusive business in our ecosystem. And so this is what we'll be doing in the few months to come. So when you see the likes of Yao or myself knocking your door about the inclusive business strategy, please open up your door. Ghana Export Promotion and all of you, open up your door. Let's do this together for our country, Ghana, and the base of the pyramid, which some of us are proudly part of. On this note, I will bring the program to an end, and so allow you, because when there's an issue of lunch, people don't listen again. And it's true, even myself. When you see that I'm not smiling in the afternoon, and you want to talk to me, get me food, then we can talk. And that has always been it. I'm not the only one, am I lying? Yes. So let me bring the program to an end by inviting one of my, he has become a very good friend, Mr. Jelly, to give us the closing remarks. Atama, Abema, no, now you get the clap. I would, let me, when we finish, you still have mentors on your table, don't take it. I want to gather and give to some people.
You want to share the mentors?
Yes, the mentors.
Okay.
I want to share it with them.
Yes, thank you everyone for your questions, your experiences, and the learnings that you have shared. It's been evident that inclusive business is not just a project. It is business that makes profit, or it's good business that makes impact. That is the lesson I have picked, and I believe that most of us here have picked that insight, that is good business, at the same time it makes impact. But while we create that impact, I want us to take some 3 key points home. One, before you leave here, make sure that you network with somebody. You don't leave here, and that person must not be someone you already know. Okay? Make a linkage with somebody in our inclusive business journey. Make a linkage, and then that person can be your motivation, or it can be that person's motivation in our quest to drive inclusive business in Ghana. Secondly, I would like us to, everyone here, to pick at least a lesson. A lot has been shared, stories have been told. What is your lesson today in our inclusive business path? So pick a lesson, make sure that you are committed to it. In the next round of probably session that will happen elsewhere, while others have told their stories today, it will be your turn to tell your story. And that will be committed to an environment where inclusive business thrives, and then we still make impact. There's been some innovation as far as our clubs are concerned. The applause are loud. Let's make sure that the applause that we are hearing today becomes applause of action. They are not just applause in vain. They are applause that come in the form of action, and then we together we commit to inclusive business as the way forward out of poverty in Ghana. Once again, on behalf of the country team, myself, my colleagues from Kenya, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Burkina, who are here with us, and our partners who have traveled from all the way from the middle and the northern part of Ghana to be with us today. We are grateful for your presence, and then the day does not end here. The action for inclusive business in Ghana is continuous and abated. Thank you all, everybody.
Atama, Abema. All right, so one quick announcement. I'm sure before you got in, you make sure your name is on the list. If not, we have some small TNT. I will send it to myself. So make sure you write your name. Just that for the TNT, because we don't want to give you, and when you go out there, somebody collect it. We'll be sending it to your mobile money. That one, nobody will collect it. No be so. So please but don't be watching your mobile money too much, because I remember we finished an event, we say we'll send it to mobile money. One lady smart, I say, when I see thinking, I look at her. Relax, it will come. So we'll be sending it through your mobile money. I'm sure you've all signed. If you haven't signed, please sign. We'll send your TNT through mobile money to you. The SMB team will do that. On this note, I want to sell my products before we go. The understanding is I have the coupon, the lunch coupon. If you don't buy the product, you don't get the coupon. And then the TNT too, you don't get it. So I said, the rice, madam, the rice is how much again?
This one is 62.
62? Now she has added 68. So ladies and gentlemen, it's going for 100.